Civilization 7 has just released its first DLC, and one of the civs available is Carthage. They're exclusive to the Age of Antiquity, and they're a unique civilization similar to the Venetians. You can only have one city. The towns cannot be converted to city, and this means that there are a number of leaders that are going to synergize incredibly well with this, and a number of leaders that are going to synergize absolutely terribly with it. It's our job to work out which is going to be the most effective. So, one of the key components of Carthage is the fact that you have a unique settler, and whenever you build this unique settler, it's going to give you 2 of the unique settlers. That is a key component. They also, on top of that, give you a second merchant. So we want to look to try and play around our settlers. We want to try and play around our trade. On top of that, the Numidian cavalry, which is unique to them, is particularly interesting because you get a combat strength increase for each unique city resource assigned to your cap. So there could be a war component that you really look to take advantage of here. However, there needs to be an element of trade as well, because if we think about it from the perspective of expansion, we want to try and also make sure that we complement that with our trade, just so that we can really build up our unique city resources. So let's get into it and talk about our leadership options, our memento options. So in my mind, there's 3 primary options that you're going to be looking at when you're playing this. The first one is going to be Charlemagne. Charlemagne has got a bonus for cavalry. He's got 2 free cav units every celebration, and that during a celebration, he gets an additional 5 combat strength. So if you're in a celebration, you have a war, that's like an extra 5 unique resources that are in your city. So that's the first thing that immediately jumps out to me. The second one is Xerxes, and while you might be thinking, oh, right, there's the Xerxes, the trading Xerxes. No, not the trading Xerxes. Xerxes, King of Kings. And that's because of the extra settlement limit that he gets. You're going to be having quite a bit of settlements here as Carthage. They're not all going to be cities. You're only going to have 1 city. However, this settlement limit means that you can really start to push your settlement limit. You start off with a base of 3. Xerxes pushes that to 4. And then from there, you're going to get a bonus 2, which will then take you up to 6. From here, you can then look to implement a memento, which takes you up to 7. And then you pick up extra settlement limits that take you up to 10 or throughout the game, because you're teching up. So that's another way that I think you could definitely play this kind of strategy. And obviously, as you're expanding, you're not going to be trading as much because you're just doing crazy expansion, and that's going to be powering up your cav. And then he obviously gets 3 combat strength for units that are attacking in neutral or enemy territory. So I think depending on your playstyle, it could really depend on how you want to go about pairing Carthage with which leader. But I think Xerxes, King of Kings, is probably one of the better ones. But of course, our final leader for today, you know exactly who we're talking about. It is Augustus. The reason why Augustus is particularly good with Carthage is because Augustus gets a bonus towards purchasing buildings in towns. And one of the unique components of Carthage is that they've got a unique quarter that they can build. However, this unique quarter can also be built in towns. So therefore, what it's going to allow us to do is snowball. So it's more of a focus on building up our gold economy, really trying to make our gold economy work for us, and then using that to then purchase more cavalry units. The cavalry units that are accessible to to Carthage are expensive. However, they are very strong. So if we can build up a strong gold economy, then we're going to be able to take advantage of that. So if we head into this game, I think the best thing that we could look to complement this would be something along the lines of that Corona Civica. So I think this is a unique memento for Augustus. I think it comes in at level 2. Yep, so level 2. And then the second one that I was thinking, I was kind of throwing up with this one, which way do you go? Because you could go into the Xerxes unique one. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. Incense Sensor is the first one, the first way that you could combo it. Or the second way, which I was thinking might actually be just for +5 range for all trade routes. The more trade routes range you've got, it could be the difference between an extra 2 or an extra 3 military strength. So that could also make a difference. But because in my heart of hearts, I'm thinking, well, hold on, we can already purchase culture buildings in towns. But then the real question is, do you actually want to be purchasing culture buildings in town, or do you want to be purchasing something different? So Incense Sensor, to me, makes a little bit more sense. So that's the combo that we're going to go with here. A little bit of a mix between settlement, a little bit of a mix between trade. We're not necessarily looking to profit off our trade, but rather just try and get that increase in combat strength. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn all of these bad boys up. Other than that, we'll also make sure that we've got the long age that is on. And let's hope that we've got a good spawn. Let's hope that we've got a coastal spawn, because I've noticed with Carthage, sometimes it'll give you like an inland spawn, and it's just like, no, I can't play with a unique district without an inland, or with an inland spawn. I need a coastal spawn. So we'll see how we go here. So we've got 2 unique buildings, and it looks like we've got a coastal start, and we've got some interesting resources. Okay, this is, we've got enough for rough. We can say that much. In fact, do we have enough for rough? We got 4 here for rough. Now, immediately when I'm looking at this, we're definitely doing a mining start, that is for sure, so that's a relief. We could technically do something a little bit different. Now, the question is whether we move the cap. There's 2 primary options here. The first one is that we stay in place. The second one is that we move. If we stay in place, we're closer to the cotton, which means that we can just grow and then come out to here, and then we can put our unique district on here, and that pops out the citizen. The alternative is that we move. However, to move, it's going to take 3 grows to get out to the cotton. But we can pop this. I think we probably want to move. The only trouble is, no matter where we go, we're going to have 1 tile that's blocked off. So with 1 tile being blocked off from the city center, it does reduce the amount of science and culture that we're going to be able to produce from the city center, and that's quite important. So ideally, we want to have 6 tiles that are open, but by moving in onto this tile, we only have 1 that's coastal, and we can technically eventually get 2 that are down, but we have to wait till a lighthouse to be able to complete that. So there's a part of me that just thinks, you know what, it's probably just better to move to the left. We'll pop a couple citizens out over here. I think we'll go into this tile. We'll have to have a look and see where we should actually build our unique district, though. So I think look, let's go ahead. We'll just do we I'm even thinking now, do we just not take the cotton? Am I crazy for thinking that we don't take the cotton here? Do we settle in place? Oh, this is a tough spawn. This is a really tough spawn. You know what? I think we're just gonna go. We'll go here. We'll settle in place. And we'll settle in this position. And the reason, my thinking is this, okay? We're going to be able to pop this citizen out. We can get that citizen out. We would have had to have taken this citizen anyway. So you're basically just going to get the settle for free. So it looks like we're up towards the north. So we'll go ahead down towards the south, because up towards the north, it is going to be a lot less contested, rather. And we're going to move into pottery because this is a mining opening, and we're going to start with another scout. We always want to be opening with lots of scouts. We're going to move our 2 turns over here. We've actually got a whole bunch of these bad boys. So we could definitely start with just going into a mining resource, but of course we're going to do this. And once we've got this second tile, then we'll put the granary on here. We won't actually build the granary, but we will pop the citizen out just so that we're able to have a little bit more production in the early game. So we've already found Babylon. Have a look at that. A friendly city-state that's nearby. So we can take production, or we can take happiness. Now, keep in mind, this is on the standard speed. We're playing on the deity difficulty. If you want to play along with this seed is available over on the Discord, so make sure you go check it out. We've just launched our brand new multiplayer section, which is going to definitely shake things up. I'm confident it is going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to getting on there, playing some multiplayer. We've got a whole system that we've worked out to try and make it work. How long have we got to our next tech? We have another... We could go for another scout. I think in my mind, we want a scout just because we want to see as many lands as we possibly can. Primarily because we want to be able to trade with them all. So here we don't have the option for the gold, so we're just going to take the move on. But that kind of puts us out of sync with our scout here, so that could be a little bit awkward. So we're now going to grow out towards this tile, which will give us the anchor point. Now, where are we going to be putting this cotton down? This tile right here is actually quite good for it because we get 1, 2, 3 adjacency. So if we take a look at our unique district, it's called, or our unique building, that's the primary one. So you could focus on the dockyard, but I think it's much more important to focus on the cotton, just because it feels like I've got a list, but I'm trying to say cotton. It's a production focused building. So production is going to make a lot more sense. So we can go here. We'll be able to pick up adjacencies with a bath here, as well as a lighthouse fishing key here. We could technically do... Actually, we could do the cotton on this tile, but then it's only 2 production, whereas this one is 1, 2, 3. Actually, now I'm thinking... I don't actually know which way that we go. Either way, we'll take this tile, and then we'll look to put the granary on here, and then that is going to allow us to do a nice little pop, and we'll get the granary out, because we don't actually want to have the granary. Now we've got this citizen to reallocate. We'll throw it in the cotton, not the cotton, not to be confused with the cotton. I think this scout can actually come down, and then this one will begin moving. And we've already got a hostile scout from Olmec. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Look, you can see we're getting very well scouted out at this point, and we'll do another scout right here. And look at that. Beautiful. Wonderful. We don't even have to worry about that. An extra... Dude, how much production and food have we got in the early game? This is kind of wild. There's a part of me that's thinking, hold on a minute, maybe it actually makes a bit of sense to get the granary out. Okay, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're already sitting 3 scout opening right here. This is... Normally, this is unprecedented. Normally, I would not want to go for a granary opening, but it kind of makes sense in that we do have the early cotton. And let's actually go scout in the north. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. It looks like we're on a peninsula, which definitely makes sense. If we're on a peninsula, if we got the peninsula map, that is going to be big. It means that we've got so much room to expand. We've got food and culture. We'll go ahead and take the food and culture. And now we can think about where we want to move here. We can't take the silver, but that's okay. We'll take the iron instead. Gives us a little bit more production. Ideally, I'd like to get out towards these tiles because these tiles do also have food on them. And this, we want to take the food sooner. But not only do they have food, they also have some... They also have some... Oh, there's Laventa. They also have some culture on them, which is very important for the early stages of the game. Let's actually... We're just going to go scout this out just to make sure that there's nothing up here. I don't know what... there could be something hiding in the snow, in the tundra, but before us. There's some resources, so we'll look to get a settlement up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these resources can go into the cap. That's plus 4 military or combat strength. Build 3 monuments or have a commander with 3 promotions. We are going to have a commander with 3 promotions, that is for sure. And we're going to be building... Oh, we're not going to be building 3 monuments. We're going to be purchasing other stuff. We'll take the commander with 3 promotions. Let's do that. And now we can move into animal husbandry because we want to think about heading... Oh, this is a good decision. We have to take mysticism. Actually, what are we even going to take if we take mysticism? We can take mining. But the thing is, we've already got a very, very strong production start. But, I mean... Is there such thing as too much production? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything... there's no such thing as too much production. So I think moving down into this direction makes sense. And then after this, we can look to go into the into ship sheds. So let's... that's our plan for the moment. Look, and just keep in mind, this is still obviously early stages of theory crafting here. It's going to take time for us. Oh my lord, look at the scientific city-states. This is absurd. Wow, good thing we're not playing Civ 6, or people would be like, hey, this guy's... Herson would be making a video on me all of a sudden. Come on, that's a good reference. That was a good one. You gotta give me 10 points for that one. That was good. We'll go ahead and meet Napoleon right here. That was good. I'm giving myself a pat on the back here. You're very close to me, Napoleon. I don't like that at all. Okay, so where are we thinking about settling here? I don't think we've got a lot of fresh water. No, we don't. We've got a single tile, and it's... Okay. All right, so we're going to have to get a blocker city in here. I was excited. I thought we had a lot of land, but it turns out we don't. It's quite the opposite here. Now, we want to... Oh, this is going to be tough. We want to be friends with you, Napoleon. I'm going to offer you this cultural agreement. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait for you to offer me a cultural agreement. Let's see if that works. Yes, dude. Yes, we got it. All right, next turn, we offer him a cultural agreement. Though, the trouble is, okay, I don't know what type of leader he is. I wish it would say here that the leader attributes, because I know that he is cultural, and then this is the revolutionary, so I don't remember, is he military, or what's his... I don't know what the cut of his jib is. And I wish it would tell me that, because that's important, because I'm going to get another offering right here. It's just combat strength, right? So that's fine. We've met another leader. It's Benjamin Franklin. Now, here's an interesting point. We can do a friendly greeting here, which gives us 20 relationship, but we miss out on science. Okay, so think about it from this perspective. We take this. Next turn, he's going to offer us science. If we just... Can we actually check? We can't get out of this screen. Okay. Ooh, this is tough. All right, you know what? We're gonna risk it. We'll just go with a neutral greeting. Okay, and we're hoping here that he hasn't met anybody else. He hasn't met anybody else, and he's just going to offer us a science agreement straight up. Let's see if that actually works. That's my theory at the moment. That's my working theory. And we've already got the granary down. Oh, okay. Hold on. We should be able to kick... Oh, if we kick this citizen out... No, we can't kick this citizen out yet. Oh, we have 1 turn. Okay, I don't actually mind. We'll put 1 turn into a colonist right here. Do we get a colonist out early? Maybe a colonist out early makes a bit more sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still technically... Oh, we'll go coastal. We'll go right here. Okay, that works fine. And then we've got the sheep in the city. We'll have fish, and we want to get the gold. So we need to go on this tile right here. Okay, we've got our plan in. We've got our plan worked out. So now we'll take the marble. And now that we've taken the marble, we can now take get the brickyard into here. And we're not actually going to build the brickyard in here. If we were going to build it, we were going to build it right there. but that might restrict us in the future. So now we'll take this citizen, we'll put it over on this. Though maybe there's an argument that could be made that maybe we put it on the iron for the extra production. Yeah, no, that's an easy one. That's not even an argument, my friend. And we can go culture, of course, we're going to take it. And let's continue scouting. Lots of gold, actually. Gold is incredibly important when you're playing as Augustus. You want to get as many copies of this. And there's a part of me that actually thinks it might make a little bit sense to forward settle just for the gold. Just because of how powerful gold is. And even if we get locked into battle, I don't really mind it. Do we know? We didn't get anything from you. Okay, how about a cultural exchange? He's just going to accept it. Okay, so we never actually got the scientific request from him. I guess that's a little bit disappointing. I don't know whether it would have come out otherwise. You would expect that it probably would have. So, you know, we're doing a little bit of trial and error here. Just keep that. That could be a dead scout. He's on a river as well. That might be a dead scout. Or it could just be an AI that is a little bit happy today. We'll go ahead. Either any one of these tiles that we move on to, we're going to get slammed. But this tile here allows us to get onto this position here without being impeded. So we're just going to do it. We're going to play a little bit more risky. We got some good land down here, though. Have a look at this. This is not bad at all. Is there anything on this tile that we can take? The mountain. I love that it was a mountain that was hiding. Oh gosh, you never expect the mountain. Why have we got two scouts in the same area? This was not intentional. You don't want to have two scouts in the same area. All right, so we've got our very first Pantheon coming through. We did get slammed, but it was by a different guy. And we can now look to take the science. Do we want food? No, we don't want food. We want science. We'll take the science. So, just to go through it. So, now we've got mysticism. Let's move into ship sheds. The sooner we get ship sheds, the sooner... That's like a +5 production, right? We could take... And we'll put it down on this tile. I think that makes the most sense. We could technically just do this tile, but we'll have to have a look at what the actual numbers are. +2 influence on the altar, or we can get +1, 2... It's 2 mining right now, or 2 production right now. It'll be 3, 4, 5... 5 production in the cap is nice. Now, we're going to have a lot of culture this game because if I remember correctly, we did take incense sensor. So this means that you're going to have a lot of culture. Maybe we could look to balance that by actually going into... You know what? Let's just do it. Let's mix things up. We're going to go with God of Wisdom. Mainly because we're going to have lots of quarters throughout our empire. Keep in mind... Oh, this is actually big brain. I'm glad I just thought of this, okay? Think about this. We have got the unique quarter, which is going to allow us to have even more... quarters in our towns, and we're just going to be buying them, and we've got access as well to the monument that we can purchase, or culture buildings as Augustus. So the more gold that we've got, the more buying that we can do. I think that makes sense. The more quarters that we've got. So we'll go ahead and take that. Now, did we not move into? No, we didn't. We moved into into masonry. So let's go do that now. So we'll move into masonry. So where are we going to be settling here? So we're going to be forward settling no matter what. That is almost a dead scout. Let's just hope that we're going to be okay over on this side. Oh, we're going to be more than okay by the looks of it. We'll move you down across this way and you down across this way. So when it comes to forward settling, we need to kind of analyze, do a little bit of thinking here. We've just finished our colonists. So this is going to be our first tile. That's a non-negotiable. Now, when it comes to forward settling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is our... This is our forward settling distance on this guy right here. Now, he's happy with us at the moment, but things will shift very quickly. We've got endeavors that are going at the moment, which is lovely. So... Instead of going into a colonist, let's try and we can look to complete... We've got a brickyard. Brickyard's going to be important, so we'll throw the brickyard on this tile right here. And we've also got access to the altar, but we don't want to pick the altar up just yet. We kind of want to wait for that. Oh, we should be fine. We should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. So that's going to be our first settlement. So the second settlement that we want to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you could we do this tile right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's no, if we go on this tile, that's a forward settle. And if we go on this tile, it's going to upset him greatly. We are going to forward settle the absolute hell out of this guy, and he's going to love it. We are going to give it to him exactly the way that it should, the way that he wants to give it to us. Wow. Okay, sorry. Let's continue moving on. We're running at the moment we're running from this bar, but the problem is there could be a barbarian anywhere around here. We just got no idea where it is. If anything, I'm kind of tempted to move into this tile, even though I want to go here, but this is like, you never know what's on this tile right here. So you're going to be very careful with that kind of stuff. We want to heal this guy up. So now that we don't see any barbs here. Was that a scout that just got one shot? I'm pretty sure that scout just literally got one shot. It must have been a slinger spawn into attack into a warrior. Okay, don't come to this neighborhood. I got the message. Loud and clear. Will do. I'll make sure to avoid that. I mean, that's my own fault for going into that direction. I shouldn't have done that. Which makes me think, should I really be expanding out here? Like, we can always just trade with him. If he settles this and takes the gold, we can just trade with him. We don't have to double forward settle him. You know what? That's a good point. Let's do that. Let's think a little bit more intellectually. Let's go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can settle this without too much of a hassle. We can go ahead and do that. The only trouble is, we're literally gonna upset somebody here. Someone is gonna get mad, and there's no other option, is there? How about over here? That doesn't look terrible. Let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna take the food, though we are constructing some buildings. There's definitely an argument to take building production right now. Cotton about to come online. You know what? We're doing it. We're just going all in. We're doing it. We're going all in on our building construction. We are going to take... Do we take gold here? I think we probably want to take the gold. Let's do it. We'll take the gold. That's going to hopefully push us ahead a little bit. We could even look to be settling... Maybe we should just... Do we dare only just settle coastal cities? Maybe that's the play, and then just look to trade inland. So we'll go ahead. We'll settle now in this position. So I'm sorry. Is there anything that I can offer you in the meantime? Well, we can do a farmer's market, but that has to wait until after. And the trouble is, if I do this and then I offer him a farmer's market, the problem is he may just reject it, and that's going to further cause the relationship to sour. Because when you offer... So now that we've settled that, that's going to sour the relationship a little bit because we settled too close. I could offer him the farmer's market right now, but if we did that, then that could... If he rejects it, that's a minus 15, and then that's going to make things even worse. So I think it's probably just better to leave it and let him be the one who's going to... I'll let him wear the pants in this. We got another mine over here? Dude, we are mining out of our mind right now. Okay, so now that we've settled, there's the risk. I'm so glad I didn't even check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just settled outside the range of Ur. But I think we double checked that earlier anyway. So I think realistically, is that... No, that's not dead. Or it could be. That's not... Ooh, that could be dead. No, we're on a rough tile. I think you get a bonus for rough. So we'll go ahead and we'll take the marble here. Now, keep in mind, this is also going to be pumping up our numbers when it comes to our production. So that'll be a key component. We will look to grow here. Oh, we're next to a resource. I completely forgot about that. We got to make sure that we do that. I absolutely forgot about that. Let's grow out towards the gold here. We want to make sure that we get the gold. We'll keep the fish in the town. I don't actually mind. Oh, I take it back. Town, you've already grown enough. Town, you've already eaten enough for breakfast, my friend. And now, no suitable locations. Oh, you know why? This cheeky here, this one right here. It always gets me. It always gets me. Okay, so interesting decision. Do you take the extra +1 production, or do you take it? Do you go on the city center and then you get an extra culture, and you get an extra gold, and on top of that, your dockyard also gets adjacency for urban districts, but with a +1, and it gets an adjacency for resources. So we've got a resource here. We also have a resource on this tile, so it would be picking that up no matter what. But I think that by doing this, you get the extra culture, the extra science. So that's an extra +1/+1, which at this point, we can definitely use the science. And what is the cost? Just 1 production? I think that's probably worth it. We will take that extra food, extra culture, extra science. I think it's almost 100% worth it. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. We'll move the cotton over here. We can also look to grab a fishing key. And from this point here, I mean, I think we just go straight into the wisdom of Tanit. I think that's got to be it, because we want to try and finish that quarter, and we'll absolutely look to get away from that little position, and we want to get out here. So where can we actually settle that'll be decent? We want to settle next to a resource. We've just met Xerxes. I don't know which one that is. Is it the good one or the bad one? It could be the baddie. It's the baddie. Watch out. He's playing as Persia, though. Sorry, mate. We'll go ahead and give you the friendly greeting today. I kind of wish that we'd done the same to old Benjamin Franklin. You got to be careful with this guy. You got to be real careful with this guy, because if you have a different government from him, he will absolutely just start going to war. Doubles relationship gains with leaders that share a government, doubles the relationship losses with those that don't share a government type. And on top of that, it will also add a negative penalty. Dude, what is with these city-states? We've got a lot of land down here, though. We have got a lot of land. So when it comes to settles, this is where I really wish we had map pins, because we will go here. This is decent. We're going to pick up dyes, horses. We'll go up here. We've got this position. And I think we just want to try and play around our unique district. And I think we just want to kind of roll them in as much as we can to each other. And the whole idea is that that's the only thing we're going to be spending our gold on, is just our unique district. So if I was a unique district, where would I go right here? I would probably just go here. That's 1, 2, 3 coastal tiles. This is open ocean. I don't think you get adjacency bonuses for that. So I think that makes the most sense. And then we can go down here as well on this tile. We can buy a monument in this tile. And then we can also put the Cotton here, which gets a bonus adjacency. Okay, yeah, we got it worked out. This is where I really wish we had map pins. I tell you what, if we had map... Yo, you were on my tail this whole time. I had no idea. That is scary, man. You got to calm down. So incense, we'll throw that in the cap as well. And let's look to move Kalen into the cap. Kalen will be quite nice. We can take either of these 2 tiles. So we'll go ahead and grab that one. And we might need to buy a slinger just because we do not want to lose this town. So we've got an option to consolidate power in the capital or in the other districts, or in I think we'll go the capital. That one's an easy one. That's a no-brainer for when you're playing Carthage. Incense, throw it in the cap. Oh, it's not connected to the trade. Is this not really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. That's okay. That's all right. We've got the resources to buy. That's only a -8. Yeah, we got to buy. We should have bought last turn, to be honest. We'll have to buy the slinger here. It's always painful to have that. We've got an option for culture. I think we can probably take this. If anything, we just want to take it for the relationship boost for Napoleon. He could look to try and war us. So we want to do our best just to make sure that he doesn't do that. And that means being friendly with him, being nice and jovial with the man. Okay, so Slinger is out here. I mean, it's kind of mandatory at this point for us to do that. We will secure the gold now. And we've got an unhappy town out here. This is mainly because we've settled off fresh water. We could have gone for this tile here. And look, there's definitely an argument to be said, well, if you're going to forward settle within 10 tiles, you might as well just go the whole way, right? Like, there's no difference between these two. This one's just got extra happiness. So probably a little bit of a mistake on my part. And, you know, we'll work that stuff out. We'll get better as time goes on. So, I think we probably want to heal this scout up. We want to continue looking for more settles, though. And we've now dealt with that problem, that barbarian problem. And there it is. So now we've also got the option, more gold, more gold. The more gold, the better. You want as much gold as you possibly can. And you ideally want it before you make that first purchase. So in 5 turns, we'll be having the ability to purchase. And we will be looking to purchase our Cotton. I really don't like the way I'm pronouncing that. Parthenon? Parthenon? Excuse me? What? How? What? There ain't no way. Greek? Did the game get confused? Or am I confused? There's no way I'm confused. I am 100% not confused. I mean, like, I'm confused, but it's not because I'm wrong. It's because I'm right. Right? Right, guys? Can I get a hell yeah? Okay, so we're now going to move into the dockyard, and as you can see, we're getting some pretty good bonuses from this. We get the adjacencies. Actually, we got a lot of adjacencies. This would have given us plus 1, 2 food adjacencies. Oh, we can actually see. We only get... So we're getting an extra 3 yields by doing this. So I think that was the right call. We're trading a 3-for-1 production, and I think that's 100% worth it. And Xerxes is going to offer us some combat strength. Sorry, Xerxes, not at the moment. I appreciate you might want to be going to war, but not us. Not at this point, my friend. So we'll move to Kalen. And oof, we're standing on a river. Let's get off the river. We don't want to lose this unit again. I've noticed that with flood, sometimes it'll do a double flood. It can be painful. It's a good-sized continent that we've got today. It was just an unlucky roll that we spawned right next to this guy. And look, we've managed to make a good thing out of a bad situation. We seem to have an ally over here. And it looks like we've found Benjamin Franklin. I think that's Benjamin Franklin. He's playing as the Greeks today. And that is a nice little city, isn't it? Oh, man, I tell you what, I love it when you've got a city on a cliff face. In my very first game that I played, I had a city on a cliff face, and it looks so good. Okay, so we've got gold. Now that we've got gold, that's going to reduce the cost. I probably should have shown you a before and after, but it means that we can actually get these right now and get them reliably. We could also look towards this position in the top side. There's no real good adjacencies that you're going to get here. This is a +4 with a 2 and 2. And how are we doing down over on this position? These are expensive, by the way. Can we just remark on how expensive these are? Do we even want to go into this early? I think you probably do. It's good gold income, right? And it's going to pay for itself in 30 turns. So that should actually be pretty quick. So we'll go ahead. We'll grab the Cotton. And where does it even go? I mean, you probably want to go here for adjacency, right? Where does it actually pick up the adjacency? It's going to be from the dockyard. And the only adjacency would be the fishing key, which would go in here. And that's not... Does it get bonuses for the quarter or for buildings? It gets bonuses for urban districts. Okay, so it doesn't actually... So we can go fishing key here, and then we can put something else here. We can put a monument out here. Okay, sure. I can 100% see that. let's do it. So now we've got that extra 5 gold. That's going to pump us up just a little bit. We're up to 36 gold now. Ally yourself with Napoleon. Yeah, you know what, Napoleon? You're not in any wars, are you? Sorry, bro. It's very kind of you, but unfortunately, we you know what? That wouldn't have actually been terrible. If we do that, that's not a bad move because he's so far away. The only trouble is we want to trade with him later on in the game. By the way, he did actually settle the gold, so we're going to be, and he's actually got it right now. Let's make our way straight towards our trader, and we're going to send that bad boy out here. So yeah, I think from the we'll go into a colonist here. I think that was definitely the right move though. In the early game for us to avoid war with him. Well, yeah, that's obvious. We'll go ahead and take the silver. And look, I think this is going well so far. Keep in mind, if you want to play along with this seed, I'll be making sure to leave. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I think we get so much value out of gold because we normally I wouldn't take that. But because we get so much... Oh, there's more gold down here, dude. There's gold everywhere. We are all so rich right now. Who even needs the new world? We will stay right here. We will be fine. Okay, so we've now got the ability to drop down a couple more settlers. We're just going to settle this coast. We're just 100% going to settle this entire... Oh, Babylon. Oh, Babylon. I completely forgot about Babylon. Oh, this whole time. Oh, Lord. All right, Babylon. We need you. We need to come for you. I'm sorry, Babylon. It's okay. In one turn, we've got our commander. We'll be okay. Okay, do we just settle behind us? There's a part of me that thinks, okay, we might as well just settle behind us. It's going to be difficult to get down here. We don't have sailing yet. It's going to be a while before we get it. Let's go. We'll settle out here. We've already secured this position. I think that is absolutely the perfect move. So we'll do that. One other thing to note is we probably want to keep these tiles for our cap. So we've got Dushurikin that we can put down out here. Oh, we need to connect those two. Okay. If we take this tile, it will deny that from the cap. So, but we want to send this back. This is hides. This is one of the best resources in the game. So is there any way that we can go about getting that? We'll have to work it out. We'll have to play with it. We'll have to see. There's got to be some good adjacencies in here that we can work out and we can master. So we'll go ahead. We've got the colonist. We'll move into another slinger. So we'll slowly make our way down towards this position. I think we can actually head up onto this little position and we can start moving out. We'll finish off this guy, and then we'll continue moving north. But this is a nice little spawn that we've got. I'm actually quite happy with how this actually went. Another science city-state? What is going on, dude? Every city-state is just science. I guess that's it, right? Like, you roll them sometimes. Sometimes you get them. Sometimes you get got. You know how it is. So we are in a good spot. So we always want to make sure that we settle next to resources because of our unique... We're going to have to fortify over here because of our unique settler. That's going to give us that bonus population every time that we... No. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. So if we settle in this spot, and we'll take the fish, and then from here, we can probably just take this. That's a really good tile. And we've got jade. If we take... Here, we're kind of close to the edge. The jade's going to take... No matter what, we're going to get denied resources out here. So, you know what? Let's just go with something like this for now. We grow in 3 turns. No, we don't, because we're going to take the fish out of this town because we don't want you to grow. We need to get up here, though. It's going to take 15 turns for us to grow in the cap. And we want to avoid that at all costs. Bryce has actually got some... I don't know how I feel about this. Trade routes from this settlement cannot be plundered. All tiles in this city that are adjacent to coast and eligible for walls receive a wall. So the walls component, I feel like it's kind of irrelevant. The main thing is the trade routes not being plundered. Has my trade route ever been plundered? Have you once had a trade route plundered? Maybe you have, but I can't think of a time when I've actually gone, oh damn, my trade route just got plundered. By the way, can we talk about these yields? These are some good looking yields right here. That's a beautiful quarter as well. They've done a wonderful job with that. I don't want to glaze and praise too much right here, but that's looking good. We'll accept that. That's an acceptable looking quarter. Well done. Do we dare go another colonist? I mean, we're already sitting at 4 out of 5. Or 4 out of 4. We're about to be 5 out of 4. So we probably don't want to do that. Let's just go monument. You know what? Let's just go altar first, because the altar is going to give us extra science. So we'll get 1, 2, 3 science from completing that. 4 science, because we've also got we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we will have 4 science. That's a crazy good altar, man. I tell you what. So we'll post up on this position. We'll hold ground. Let's move out a little bit. If we go here, we can be slammed. So we don't want to get slammed. Not at the moment. Not in the mood. And now we'll go into our colonist. So out on this edge. So we can go into a warrior, or we can go the activate agile ability. +1 movement on scouts. I feel like we've already kind of uncovered most of the map, so that's not a problem. Well, let's go with the warrior. The warrior will absolutely be welcome here. And we're going to take the dies, and we can now extend that down. If we take this tile, this will deny... If we take this tile, it will deny it from the cap. And we 100% do not want to deny anything from the capital in this game, just because our capital is the only thing that's going to be able to build anything... Oh, you know what we need? We need camels. That's what we need. We need camels. Oh, my lord, we talk about camels. We just got the double. We could look to try and settle this. But it's inland. That's the first component. Not only is it inland, but it is quite close down to Ben. I don't think there is any way that we settle this. But you know what we could do? We could look to send a trader down here. You know what, Ben? There's a part of me that thinks I wouldn't mind going to war with you this game, just simply because of the fact that you probably already don't like me. No, you've sent me an endeavor. Why are you downvoting me? What did I post that you don't like? We'll accept that for now. And I'm starting to think maybe we want to go into sailing sooner rather than later. There's nothing that we really need, though, with sailing, though. Like, what's it going to do? It's going to give us a little bit of extra movement speed out on the open ocean? Well, I mean, we can't actually get on the open ocean just yet, but soon. Okay, we got to move away from that. We got to be careful around that. And I think, if anything, we probably do want to start scouting out towards the west a little bit. Oof, my lord. Sorry, guys. We've got another warrior out here. I tell you what, these warriors... It can be frustrating because now it's like, okay, you know what? Why don't we send the slinger out here? It should be able to make it in time. We want to do everything that we can to avoid spending gold other than the gold that we need to spend on our Cawthon. I hate the way that I say that. I feel like I'm not saying it correctly. You know, I kind of wish I had sailing right now. Geez, it would sure be nice to have sailing right here. We're just going to move back. We're going to move away from Babylon. Sorry, Bab. And... Let's move up to this position. This guy's still not attacking yet, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3. We should be able to make that in time. Carthage is where... Oh, my lord. +1 specialist cap in Carthage. Hello, Carthage. How do you do, my friend? Okay, influence, definitely. Sorry. Even though the codex is +2 science for the rest of the game, and that's kind of good, the influence is so powerful in the early game, and I feel like that's going to give us a decent little leapfrog here, as long as Benjamin Franklin doesn't keep denouncing us. By the way, Ben, did you want a farmer's market? Why? Explain to me why. What don't you like about leader agenda? You went for a different classical republic. We should have checked that. That's all right. He's going to come for war no matter what you do. Benjamin Frank. I'll be honest. I don't like him. He is not my kind of guy. Sorry, Ben. I'm just saying it like it is. You are an asshole. I feel like I was channeling a little bit of what's his name? Shane Gillis doing Donald Trump. You're an asshole. That's sorry. It's that's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen in comedy, by the way. It is just, isn't that just hilarious? Gosh. All right, we're slowly losing health on our slinger out here. We're gonna move our arm. We can leave our army commander on this tile, and let's pull the slinger back. We totally forgot about this little position, but for the moment it seems to be okay. Once we finish the library, we probably want to... We can bait out the slinger's attack. Oh, I should have thought about that. No, we cannot. Dude, this slinger is going ham. Sorry, slinger. Ain't nobody got time for that. Extra culture. We're happy to accept culture from you, Napoleon. That is absolutely fine. And we'll go ahead and grab assault in our assault tree. And now we can start thinking a little bit more about... No, we want to go to another slinger. And I think primarily we just want to look to maybe even get out a unit for every single one of these expansions, because there's a part of me that's a little bit... Oh, gosh. We need to get through here. If we go... Let's just jump on this tile. Uluru. They got Uluru in here? Okay. I think that was actually a pretty decent roll for us to move right there, so that should mean that we're fine. Wonderful. Exactly what we love to see. We do have a slinger that's nearby, so we'll just go on and get... And now we've got access to our monument. I mean, we're still doing pretty well on culture here. I don't want to really be pairing this up, so we're gonna take our culture out towards this spot, just because when we get to the exploration age, we're going to want to keep this. So if we take this tile right, or this one definitely makes the most sense. That way we keep all the tiles in the cap. And let's move, and we will scoot. Beautiful. Absolutely good stuff. And we're slowly working down Babylon. Sorry, Bab. Let's move you over towards this direction. You can come out here. You can come down, fire off. And we're going to hold for the moment. Hopefully there's no more slingers that spawn. If we get another slinger that spawns, we could be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, we slammed. We're okay. We healed up. And we might just jump inside the Great General for the moment. Slinger's going to come out. We'll heal one more round, and then we'll look to move in. And let's continue. So now that we've picked up the gold, we already have dyes. Let's move out towards the sheep, and we'll continue growing. We've got a lot of gold. You know, we've got a lot of gold. We haven't been spending it. We've been doing a lot of talking, not a lot of spending. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I don't think you get bonuses from the adjacency to coast. Let's find that out right now. You do not. So the bonus only comes through from coast. Oh, sorry, did I say coast? Ocean. You don't get adjacency to ocean. You only get adjacency to coast. So if you take this tile, we can see we're getting the 1 and the 2, whereas this is getting the 1, 2, and the 3. So this is definitely going to be the one that we go for. We could go, there's an argument to go for this tile because it's going to pick up food adjacencies for the dockyard. So you can see here, this is a 3 and 2 gold, but we don't really care so much about, we don't really care that much about food. We care about production because production is gold. That's the key thing here. Though I guess there's an argument to be made that if you're growing more, that you could be having more. Anyway, we're going to just go with the 5 production. And I think we want to continue rolling this in. So let's go ahead, and we only have access to a single position. It's not the best. Oh, hello. We forgot about you. Let's go ahead, and we'll grab... Oh, that's open ocean, but that's coastal, but it's coastal with some ice on it. So look, we'll still take it. That's going to take us from 43 up to 40... Hold on. Am I misunderstanding something? Why is my production not being converted into gold? Am I misunderstanding something? Am I not playing this right? Is there something that I'm doing wrong? Because that should be plus 5 gold. We're just converting all of the production that we make and we're putting it into gold. That should be 8 gold. We're unhappy. Oh, we're unhappy. Okay. We will solve this problem. This problem will be solved. Okay. More camels. More camels. We're 100%. We are... Okay, you know how Catherine is a tundra rat? We are going to be coastal rats. That's the goal here. That's the whole goal, right? That's actually... I'm not even kidding you. That's like the way that it's played. We're being thematically Carthaginian? Carthagian? History's not the strong point. I'll say that much right now. Expansion towards the north. We don't want to deny tiles from the cap. Not in the cap. We can absolutely take that one. It's not the strongest of tiles. We'll start by saying that. And I tell you what, the more I think about it now, the more I'm like, hey, I really wish that we had... I really wish that we had our... Sorry, where was I going with that? Oh, I really wish that that we had that little bit of happiness. I tell you what, that happiness is instrumental. So we've got the 1 here. We've already fired with that guy. Now let's look to deploy on this tile. We'll throw in here. And I suspect now what's going to happen is it's going to spawn. We have to be really careful with this spawn. I don't think... It's very unlikely that they slam from the city center. But if we pull this warrior out, there's a risk that it'll just get one shot. So for the moment, we're just going to leave it. And by doing that, I don't know if you guys caught exactly what we did right then, but we basically took a slinger that was on this tile and made it fire on this tile. So it managed to move 1 into a river, 2, 3, and then fire as well on the same tile. There. I knew it. I knew it. It was really? A double spawn? Okay. Okay, let's think about this. Of course, we're just going to... Do we focus the units down? If we focus the units straight away, it could actually be good. We're going to lose units here. That's a matter of fact. Oh, that's a lot. So we're moving on to this tile. We can still throw. No, we can't still throw. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. I don't... Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Migrant. Migrant in the cap's decent, but I don't think... to be honest, for Carthage, I don't think it's worth it. But what's the alternative? A warrior? A single warrior? I mean, we've just cleared out everything that we need to clear. I mean, there's still going to be some clearing that's going on. I'll say that right now. Benjamin Franklin, I'm looking at you. I'm thinking about you. We're probably going to get some... we're probably going to get some cavalry out soon. And now with regard to our expansion, I mean, we're kind of just holding out for Code of Laws. Once Code of Laws completes, we're going to be in a lot better position. Do we go into a World Wonder here? We could go into Brycer. You know what? It's thematic. We might as well do it. Let's go ahead. We'll put it down. We're going to pick up a couple of adjacency bonuses. Actually, where does this even go? There's nowhere really for it to go. I mean, this is probably the best that it's going to get. If we go on this tile, we can look to put our Blacksmith Academy out here, and then that will give us adjacency. So we'll have something here, and then Blacksmith Academy, that'll give us 3 adjacency. So we'll definitely take that. We're happy with that. That works out. And we'll take maneuver. It's our second point. And we'll go ahead and grab our military expansionist. So we'll gain 1 free war support, which is very nice. And oh, this is a new natural wonder. So, wow, that's a good natural wonder. Holy moly. Okay, hold on. +4 food, +2 production per age, +1 happiness and culture per age every time an environmental event has provided fertility this age to you. Oddly specific, but okay. I will allow it. So do we just get out and dodge right now? I mean, that's one of the ways that you could go about it. Now that I think about it, that's probably what we should have done. We should have just sacrificed the slinger and just absolutely left. And we can still technically leave right now with the commander. See ya. See ya. Oh, Lord, they are coming. Oh, Lord, is he coming. Jump in. Get on out. See you guys later. So we're waiting until we grow to use the migrant. Is this you again? It's got to be you, isn't it, Napoleon? It's you. It's always you. Oh, that's a song. Okay, so I don't think there's any getting out of here, right? We can try and get out. We're not going to take these units out, but you know what? Let's try. We're gonna try. Oh no, dude, where are you coming from? Who are you? Where did you even come? How did you even get in here? This isn't even this is not my home. We made a little bit of a mistake up towards that position. I'll just say it now. We should have moved and then shot rather than just full moving, because he wouldn't have been able to attack us anyway. And nice little settlement right down here for Persia. Xerxes definitely finding a lovely little home here. And once again, we're just going to take the gold because we don't need the combat strength at the moment. Not like we're doing much fighting. And speaking of fighting, we lived. We actually lived. I really wish we had sailing. You know, who was the guy that said we shouldn't get sailing, that we don't need sailing? Show me that guy. We'll heal up the army commander for the moment. This is what you got to be careful of. These things do a lot of work. And I think, you know, earlier we had that opportunity. Maybe let's just move over here. He's already got traders out, by the way. Earlier we had that opportunity to get extra health on all of our settlements, and we didn't take that opportunity. And now it could come back to bite us. But we did actually get extra bonuses. We'll take sailing, definitely. We did get extra bonuses on... you know what we haven't been doing? We haven't been doing any stealing. And Napoleon looks like a perfect candidate for some stealing, so we'll go ahead and do that. We've got some good techs that we can actually take right now. So that's another good, important thing. So we're just doing a bit of scouting with our slingers. We want to try and find all of his cities. We want to get in there and do that. So we could also look to get a scout out here. And we do have the option for a specialist. Now, a specialist is interesting because it's going to reduce our food and our happiness. And at the moment, I mean, you are still unhappy? Bro, why are you still unhappy? Why are you at -3? We're at 5 out of 5. Is it something that I said? Ain't no way you're still unhappy. This guy's happy. Would you be happy if I gave you a Cothan? That's a +4. I think we've got Cothans everywhere else, right? Dude, I can't keep saying it like that. I'm driving myself crazy. I'm going to start calling it a cotton. Minus happiness? It gives -2 happiness. I'm not used to that in towns. So that drove us up. I think that gave us a little bit of income right there. So that's not bad. We've got another mine, so we might as well take that. Why is that mine only 2 production? I guess because we didn't take the very special memento, Pantheon. So we'll hold on down that south side. Oh, that's an interesting position. Okay, so he looks like he's on the edge on the peninsula right there. So we can now look to change policies. So let's go ahead. I don't know why we weren't running this a little bit earlier. Probably taking us a little bit of time to get into here. And now we've got an extra 10 gold. We'll take oratory as well. And we could look into Code of Laws. We got to go into the mastery, just because we want to start stealing culture from people, or at least stealing their civics. So now that we've actually got, we can only do a single. We can't even hit over here. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it for now. And we've just grown in the cap again. So let's go ahead and pick another tile. We could actually just look to grow the cap like slightly larger at the moment. So let's take this tile and then we'll come out over to this. We want to try and gain as many tiles as we can in this capital. And we grow again in 33 turns, which is quite a while, but we can look to just put a world wonder down right here once we've got a... Or we can just grow our garden. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. I'm not too fast. I tell you what, Carthage, I think, is probably going to be the most advanced civilization that there is. I think that's going to be the case. If we move on to this tile, he can't attack us. So that's what we're going to do to keep ourselves alive. We can now come out here and take this tile. Previously, we weren't able to do that, but now we will. We can also look to grow. That's going to be extra production for the cap. Do we want extra production for the cap? I think we probably want extra production for the cap over gold. Yeah, we want it. Because it's like, are you going to take 3 gold or 3 production? It's like probably the three production. We can't fire into this. That's okay. That's all right. We'll hold on that position. We can always move back in. We've healed up over here. So we can start looking. Brycer going to be completing next turn. We get extra production towards Brycer as well. Keep that in mind. So, wait, is it? It's not Brycer. It's Brycer. I've been saying Brycer this whole time. My brain has been saying the R before the Y. This is Barissa? Barissa. We'll go with Barissa. Do not confuse it with a coffee engineer. They are different things. Free ancient walls purchase or 25 district health on garrisoned units. These are some interesting decisions. Free ancient walls purchase. So does this mean I can just get a free ancient walls purchase? Is it specifically to Carthage? But Carthage already has its walls. Let's just take 25% district health on garrisoned units. Have a look at that. You know, that's actually not bad when you think about it, right? The war's not going to be fought in Carthage. I'll tell you that much right now. It's going to be fought in Paris. Actually, I just realized he's not actually playing as France yet. He will later on in the game, but for the moment he's not. So now we've got really good textile options. So our textile is going to come through in at least 9 turns. So we can look to go into we can force this. Which is going to be the best tech for us here? I think the wheel's probably not going to be too bad. That also gives us access to the Numidian cavalry. But we're not really in a position to get it. I don't feel like we're really cooking just yet. Do we have any big adjacencies that we can buy a saw pit down here? That's a +3. That's not too bad. It definitely feels like the economy is not yet cooking though. Like we have not come online yet with our unique quarter. What do we get? What does our unique quarter even give us? Increases the number of resources that may be assigned to this settlement by 2. Okay, so we're not interested in that at all. And there's no gold adjacency here for the dockyard. So to be honest, I'm probably just thinking we just want to purchase coffins everywhere because we're not really incentivized to actually put resources in our towns. We want them in our capital, but not in our towns. So I think from that perspective, oh, that's a garden. That is a garden right there. Oh, that's a garden. Hello. Now, there are alternative gardens. No, there's not. That is the only garden. That was not planned. That's a high quality garden right there. We will absolutely take that garden. Let's go ahead and do it. That's a good looking garden, man. Jeez, that was getting some bonuses. All right, so we'll now head onto this tile and we'll slowly work that guy down. And I think we want to be careful about moving out here. We don't have a lot of line of sight right now, but this is okay. And I think we just hold for the moment. We're not going to move into any tile that we can't see. And oh, that's a forward settle. We'll absolutely take it. Thank you very much. Not only is that a forward settle, that is 2 extra resources for us. Welcome to the neighborhood. It is lovely to meet you, Napoleon. Just don't lose it to the Barbs. We're gonna have to defend him here, aren't we? We're gonna defend him. Okay, don't worry. We got you, Napoleon. Don't worry, brother. We got you. Okay, we can now take the horses because this tile right here is not going to be capped, and that is not going to be capped either. So let's go ahead, and we are once again going to take the gold. I think the gold is very valuable on Augustus. Speaking of gold, is there anything? He's expansionist, right? So he doesn't get the gold option. Let's we could offer something to Benjamin, but it's, you know, he's just going to reject it. It's not worth doing it, right? Like, you don't want to try and build that bridge because he's just going to burn it before you even start. We could go cultural exchange. I feel like we're already doing quite well on culture. So let's go for the farmer's action. And we can probably even at this point think about moving into, looking to at least move into our sidelines down towards entertainment, organized military. That's probably going to be a key component here. But I think we've got the culture theft that'll be coming through, or the ability to do that in 6 turns. So let's keep that in mind. Ooh, you came to the wrong neighborhood. How do we want to play this? Let's do individual deployment. So we will deploy on that tile, and then we will also deploy on this tile. Like that. Oh, I'm so lucky because that could have been the other way around. That could have been to assemble all of the units. That would have been very embarrassing. So this is really not. This is not good. Let's go. Let's look for something else. We'll go through his lands. That is a good looking tile. The Bath Library combo right there coming out. I tell you what, it's a rare combo, but it pays off when they've got it. Okay, we can look to move into buildings. We don't have many buildings to build, so there's no point in us getting production towards buildings. We'll take culture on the palace for now, and we should be looking at that tech still any second now. No, and it's still going to be another 3 turns. Never mind. And let's focus this down. I don't like the positioning here. We've lost a little bit of health as well. We can move forward and give him the option to fire on... Already? Hold on. Yo. Did this just get traded out in a trade deal? Is that what happened? Did you lose the war? Napoleon? I expected more from you, Napoleon. It's a bit disappointing, isn't it? We could attack onto that tile. That's a major victory for us, so we'll go ahead and do that. That way we can roll it over into the next turn. It's going to fire at our slinger, and I feel like we've got no choice but to take our slinger home and just put him inside the Great General for the moment. And we can fire down here, and we are ahead all of a sudden down on that south side. Fishing key, we could throw that in. Now, keep in mind, that creates an urban district. So if we do that, we don't want to... Oh, actually, you know what? We do want to pop this tile. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. We should have done that a long time ago. That's my bad. And we can now look to go into the mine that's over here. And we can also look to pop the Du Shuriken on this tile, because that's then going to pop that citizen out. Don't make the Du Shuriken, though. I think we do want the fishing key. So now that we've got this tile taken, we can use that as an anchor point. But realistically, is there anything else in here that we want? I don't think there's any other big tiles that are in here that really justify going into another citizen. Maybe you could argue for the ivory, but we've already got a number of copies of ivory. And it's like, do you really want us working another ivory? If we take a look right now at our resources screen, we've already got 1 copy, and we had an option to take another 2 copies here. So we're going to continue searching with our merchant here, just because I'm not really happy with this trader. It's definitely not the strongest. Now that look, we're not going to be defending Xerxes. Let's just put it that way. Sorry, Xerxes. Where it's not acceptable. So when it comes to here, I think you can't really... the cotton's actually quite good, isn't it? Have a look at that. So we're getting an extra 2 food, an extra 1 production. That's decent, whereas this is only just 2 food. This is quite nice, man. Okay, all right, we'll take it. We'll come back for this tile soon. Having that early extra specialist is super nice, though. It means that you can delay currency. You don't really need to go into currency at an early stage. So what we might do is, because we've got that tech steel coming up, let's just quickly put 1 turn into currency, and then that way it won't give us currency. We can go hanging gardens here as well. Where are we putting hanging gardens down? We can't put it here. We could just put it on this tile. And then that's going to give us adjacencies here and here. Now, what are we putting on this tile? We can't put the villa. It could be amphitheater and blacksmith. Or amphitheater and blacksmith. Sorry. Amphitheater and arena. So we'll throw the amphitheater down and then the blacksmith out here. Okay, I think that's probably the way that we're going to do it. Okay, let's do that. We can do that. And then we can go for hanging gardens. Makes the most sense here. There's nothing else that really makes sense. No other adjacencies are going to work. And that look, it's a 3 production tile, but at the end of the day, I mean, we love it. This is so much better, though. Why did we take this tile? Because it's a mine, and we just have a bias towards mines. Whereas this is a much better tile. We'll leave it for now. We're just going to take the specialist. Sorry, we don't like elephants. We specifically don't like ivory. We do not like the trade. We do not participate in the trade of ivory. So let's get that out there. And now we can actually start to think a little bit about trading. Look, to be fair, have we really got options to trade? Like, you're growing in 1 turn, or rather in 4 turns. You're only at 1 population. And we want to continue this relationship. I think we definitely want to continue this relationship. Napoleon, how many cities have you got? You've got 3. So it's our job to find the 3rd one. It's probably, yeah, you can see the road. So that's normally one of the ways that I determine like where a city is. You know what? Let's just put this down. Is there an option for us to take it in this turn? No, there's not. That's okay. Okay, so I think the key here is just going to be... I'll be honest. I've got no idea how trade networks work. I am absolutely clueless. No, I don't think at this point anybody can say that they know. I've looked into all the details. I've done my best to study them. I was about to sit down and do an entire video on them. And the only reason I didn't do the video on it, I completely scrapped it. I'd done a lot of work for it. The only reason I didn't was because I wasn't confident. Because I would set my... Excuse me. How did we almost lose you right here? What? I feel like I was not notified of the battle that was ongoing over here. You didn't just walk in and one shot, that's for sure. I might have just been missing this the whole time. So we've got an option for gold or happiness. At the moment, we're only got 9 happiness. We've got 6 turns. Let's just take the happiness, because that should push us closer to our celebration. We should just be 1 turn away from celebration now, or at least very close to celebration. And Benjamin Franklin, I mean, Yeah, so I think, like, the reality is I don't know how trade networks work, especially when it comes to extending out trade range. I've got a suspicion that it's something to do with, like, you know, in Civ 6, I used to, like, set up a, like, the trade outpost. Like, I think it's the same sort of thing, but I don't know. And that's the problem. I don't know. And I'm not going to commit to anything right now. I'm just going to tell you, I'm still not sure. You know, like, we've been talking about it in the Discord quite a bit, and the reality is that nobody seems to know. We put a few too many turns into currency. Let's go back. We're going to take masonry here. That's also going to provide us 1 production on all of our production buildings. So that means everything's going to get slightly more productive. So that means your +3 will become a +4. So let's go ahead and let's look to... We can't trade to this city, right? We're still moving into the Hanging Gardens. If we delay the Hanging Gardens, we're probably going to lose it. So we'll do merchant after the Hanging Gardens. And we're just going to make the assumption that we still can't reach the gold. And because of that, let's invest right now so we can go for a +3 that will become a +4. We've got a +3 that will become a +4. And we want to throw it in our... Oh, we don't have an altar, though. That's the thing. Because we don't have the altar, and we need to get the altar to actually make... Okay, all right. That's okay. So we'll go saw pit. And if we put the saw pit on this tile, this should give an increase in for the dockyard. So it's a 3-2 right now. No, we want saw pit. We don't want brickyard. So it's still saying a 3-2. Oh, because this was always a 3-2. This one was always a 3-2. So that just nothing changed. Do we not have the fishing key right here? Oh, we don't need a fishing key because it's already connected to through the... Oh, I completely forgot. Okay, that's look, it's okay. It's one of those things. We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. We're gonna get better. Now, I completely forgot about the mastery. There's a mastery in here. 25% gold towards purchasing buildings on coast or navigable rivers. Now, that's very specific. Coast or navigable rivers. So that's only the cotton that's going to be affected there. We've already purchased pretty much all of our cotton, so it's not a huge thing now, but obviously we probably should have gone into it a bit earlier. So it's one of those things that we'll learn as we get better at Carthage. Masonry tech comes through. So that's going to give us extra production on all of our buildings. So let's look to try and extend that out even further. We'll go ahead and grab this one. And he's come through to the cap over here. All right, fair enough. We'll allow it. Brickyard doesn't get anything over on this point, but we do have the cotton, or the dockyard that we can build. So we can think about doing that. And let's go ahead and... Oh, you could deploy... Where are we deploying this slinger? On this tile? I think we should be okay to deploy onto this tile. And fire off, and then we'll just move across like that. And we should be absolutely fine. We got walls as well, so we don't need to worry about that. Salt for the cap. We got one of every single thing in here. We need to get those camels, though. I'm telling you right now. Sure, Napoleon. I'll let it slide. And now from here, do we go? I mean, we'll put more turns into currency, and then once we've got our technology, I don't know which way it's going to go, though. Are we going to get... It could be either. And that's the trouble, right? You don't want to lock yourself out from one tech. Even though at this point, both, like, pretty much they're guaranteed to have both of these technologies. So that's what we're looking to try and prevent from happening. There's bronze working. We'll take it. We did get spy revealed on Napoleon, so that means that we're going to be losing a little bit of influence here. So instead of going into currency, actually, if we're going to currency, it is the market. Market's more gold, and that's a +7 market as well. So it's a high adjacency market, so that's not bad. Bath we can throw in this tile. So that is another thing that we could add in, and we're about to finish this barracks as well. Oh my lord, there's so many things that we need to build. This is what I was saying about there's no such thing as too much production. We're sitting on 41 production, and it's not enough. It's not enough. Do we dare stack them up on the same tile? There's a part of me that just wants to. Hold on. Oh, because we got the specialist. No, we got to take the cap. We're just going to post you up on the borders here. We've spotted out all of the cities for the moment, and we'll hold position down here. That is absolutely fine. And we've got enemies on multiple fronts. One down. One to go. We'll deploy to the front. Just make sure that we are covering. Oh, we should have deployed on this tile. This could be bad. We could lose our slinger next turn. I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding you. We got it. We got it. It's all under control. Okay, so we're at turn 68 at the moment. It's feeling like we're on tempo, but it's hard to know, like, especially with regard to science. That's going to be the main factor here. So Second World Wonder is complete. So I know that there's other ways that we can get our science up. As an example, if we take a look at the unique civics, we've got access here to extra codex slots in town halls and cities that have got a trade outpost focus. So that's one of the ways that we can push this up even further. So let's actually go ahead and do that. We get 20% extra gold from mining towns. So we probably want to think about doing or moving into that. We've got ranged for, or +1 range for naval units. And -1 gold to maintain them as well. That's also quite good. We don't have any naval units out at the moment. I don't really see any benefit from doing it. We're not really playing that archipelago map style. We've picked up an expansionist point, so we'll go ahead and take it. And we've now got an extra slot. Extra 3 slots, in fact. And let's expand. Where's your cap? Let's assume that your cap is on this tile right here, because we can see the road running in. It could also be on this tile. But if it was on this tile, you probably... Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3. No, it is on this tile. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this right here is our limit. So we'll take out Scythian Neapolis. Where can we fit these settles in? We can do one here, or we just go here. Okay, so we're just going to do one settle. It's going to be there. Where does our next settle come in? Because if we want to go for, let's say, 7, because we've got a second one, do we just start forward settling our boy? We could definitely do that. Or we could settle inland. I mean, maybe let's take the camels. You know what? Let's take the camels. We're just going to do it. We'll just come in, we'll take the camels, and we'll say see you later. I think that works. That works fine for me. We were going to do a merchant, so let's get the merchant to the top, and then let's also get the colonist above the barracks and just really commit to that, because once they're out, they're out. You don't have to worry. You don't have to think. They're just done, and we can start preparing now for this. So we'll move down all of our forces, just with the expectation that we're probably going to have to go to war with Ben Franklin, because even though at the moment we're technically okay with him, he's all right with us, things are not going to be like that forever. So let's just keep that in mind. And we can look to potentially come out here. We'll hold you for the moment. Let's roll through a couple of these turns. Let's really start pushing it now. We can get this into the next gear. I don't think we need to we don't need to spend a lot of time thinking about these decisions. We just need to make sure that we are... You guys notice that bug? It's kind of hard to click on the Great General after you've selected a unit to join the Great General. Or the commander, sorry, the army commander. It's going to take me a while to get around to that. You can hold for now, and you can hold with them. And we've got access to a new trade route. So it's apparently down here. It's connecting these two. So I believe it's... At the moment, so as an example, we've got a second merchant. Let's go exploring with the second merchant. There doesn't appear to be a lot of people on the coast. Maybe, you know what? Maybe for the purpose of the first playthrough, we should have played on Archipelago just to really demonstrate how it works. But then there's another part of me that's like, well, you're kind of like selling yourself short if you do that, right? You want to see if it's actually viable on like a standard continents map. Could I pick this in we just talked earlier about the fact that we're launching multiplayer on the Discord, and it's like, well, can people really play Carthage in multiplayer and expect it to go like reasonably? And that's what we're looking to try and discover here. So let's go ahead. We'll grab public life, and we probably want to put a turn into both. Oh, did we not? Did we forget? Oh, I think we forgot to steal government secrets. That's awkward. This is quite expensive for us to do now. And the sooner that we do this, the sooner it's going to start draining. So I think we want a militaristic point or expansionist point. No, that wasn't expansionist. That was an economic point. That's a good question. What do we gain from a militaristic point at this time? Extra production towards military units? Well, that kind of sucks because we can't do that. We'll just take the gold. Let's go ahead. We'll take the gold. We'll put it in. We've got that little bit of silence right now. I can feel it. It's louder. It gets louder when it's silent. There we go. We got the music back. Okay, so when it comes to expansions, well, this was the cap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right. Absolutely lovely. So we'll go ahead. We'll settle there, and we will then settle on this tile right here, or we could go for this one. This has got a bit of science on it. And then we can leave this open for the monument. In fact, it doesn't really matter because you can just put the monument down with the cap. So that's not a problem at all. And let's continue marching down towards the south. We're going to be sharing borders with quite a few people here. And you can see that might deteriorate things because we now have borders touching. Leader agenda. I got to double check what all the likes leaders that are at war with others besides him. Okay, well, that's not going to be happening. Sorry, Chief. And here we could look to go into a mining town sooner rather than later. Or we could take fish. Let's go grab our fish. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a bug at the moment with this civilization. So the way that it's meant to work with the cavalry is it's meant to be you get bonuses for every resource that you've got in the cap. And it's meant to be every unique resource, but it's bugged. It's not. It's every resource that you've got in the cap. So basically you just want to get as many resources in the cap as you possibly can. Okay, so let's talk about maybe moving one of these into a mining town. Oh, this is probably going to be a fishing town. We got a lot of fish out here. It doesn't really make much sense moving it into a mining town. Though, we could evict one of these. We've got fishing boats out here. We've got a fishing boat out here. We can evict. I love that you can actually put that on a different tile. Let's evict this, because I just realized we're not spending our gold, and we need to be spending our gold. This should now be cheaper as well. Can I double check exactly what the Civic was that we got? There was something in here that made it cheaper, right? We've already picked it up. So it's 25% gold towards purchasing buildings on coast or navigable rivers. Well, this is all coast, so this is all fine. So let's go ahead. We'll grab the dockyard. That's going to give us. It's going to give us a lot of food if we put it in here. We're not going to do that though. We'll just wait. Hold on. Is there an argument to split these up right now? I think there is. What do we get by putting this on top of here? Well, we get an extra quarter. Okay, but we're only going to build a quarter if we've got appropriate urban districts. Are we going to be making a lot of urban districts here? Not really. We don't have a lot of space. So if anything, there's an argument that you want to be doing that because you're only getting, like realistically, increases the number of resources that may be assigned to this settlement. I think there's just no benefit in going for this. You can just split it up. You can, maybe that's the trick. I think in the cap, you want to keep them together because you want to have those extra resources for lock underscore quarter underscore punic underscore port underscore tooltip. But external to that, I don't think you do. So the fishing key has kicked out a citizen. So that citizen can now come over here and work this tile. And then do we just put this onto a mining town right now? So that'll push us from 11.9 up to 30. I mean, it's a little bit of difference, but you're going to be sending your food anyway. So what's the... Hold on. What happened down here? Why does this look different? I would have gone through here before if I could have. So something has happened. Oh, we got another natural world wonder. Or another world... Dude, that is some sick yields. Mountainous desert. +2 production, +2 happiness, and science per age. +2 culture to adjacent rural tiles. Does that mean if I get Petra, does Petra affect these tiles? And if so, let's try and find that spawn. That's going to be amazing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you, okay. Did you see that? What has changed? What has changed that I can now do that? Did you see the amount of yields? Or why can I now trade to Thera? Because I know there's folks. Oh, is it because I couldn't see Thera before? Maybe that's it. Because that's the capital. Hold on. Thera's the cap. Oh, he lost his cap. Did he lose his cap to city-states? Oh, what are you doing, deity AI? What? There's no way. Enemy J? Where did they even come from? What? What's going on right now, Ben? Benjamin Franklin, what is going on in your house? We have got to talk about Benjamin Franklin's house right now because it's not pretty. It's not pretty what's happening with Big Ben. Ben, what is going on, man? Okay, so, but explain to me, because we couldn't come out here before. Now, there is a civic that you unlock, right? In the unique civic tree that increases you by +35. +35 range to, oh no, +15. +15 sea trade route range. Okay, but nothing has changed here in the time that we have, like, we don't have vision out to here, so we don't have 100% certainty that this is the trade route. Something has happened in here. You know what it was? Well, it can't be, because we haven't set the trade route yet. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what triggered this. Why all of a sudden can I now trade to Thera? I always could see Thera. We've always spotted Thera. You go back and have a look at, 20 minutes ago. We had Thera. It's not new. So why is it only now that we get to see it? Is there a tech? Was it currency? Was us researching the currency tech what did it? Because I think we just researched currency. Look, we just moved into a new tech. I think currency there's going to be something with currency. I'm telling you now, I think there might be something with currency. We shouldn't have taken that gold. We were saving that to be really looking to... Oh, our yields are not good right now, by the way. Let's just go ahead and let's do some stealing. We are going to do it. Let's do a tech steal. We're going to hope right now that you are up to engineering, and then we're going to steal engineering off you. And then mathematics. God, how are we even going to get to mathematics? What happened down here, dude? How do you lose your cap? That's insane. There's not even any enemy units in there. He's just losing his cap. Dude's denouncing me? Like, get out of here. Come on, man. How about you denounce those barbs, brother? Oh, did he lose it? Oh, he probably lost it to the Scythians. Because if you look, it says, no, Scythian Neapolis of the Scythian people. No, it's not the Scythians. Who did you lose this to? Is there a barb down here? There's no barbs down here. What is going on? I've got no idea. I'm genuinely clueless. If you have an idea, please, I encourage you, let me know down below. Because I'm clueless. I'm clueless. I want to learn, okay? I want to learn. I want to become a student of the Civ. We're gonna park that scout right there, because then when it moves, we'll get an update. Let's continue marching these guys down here. We want to get down onto this little border because we are absolutely setting up a border. Dude, we got all of the merchants out here right now. We are just looking. Oh wow, look at this. We got trade routes out here already. We are pumping. We might actually ask for open borders. Nice little forward settle here. Definitely no animosity between these two, that is for sure. There's a city in here. We want to find that city. Oh, we don't even need to ask for open borders. What am I thinking? Of course we don't need to ask for open borders because it's a merchant. Merchants just by right of existing just have open borders, which is kind of cool. Being a merchant. Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff going on in here. So let's set up over here and we will do this. Does that work? No, we didn't see anything. Let's go onto this tile. We'll go up the river. Settler. Because there's somebody standing on his tile, he's like, I've got no idea. I don't know what to do. Please tell me what to do. I've got no idea what I should have done on that turn. There was somebody standing on the one tile that I was told to settle on. And now I'm clueless. I'm clueless. I can't even see them. Oi. Hey. No. You guys saw that, right? Yeah, you did. I know you did. Because I saw it. This is good. We should probably look at that. I just want to keep stacking up our Cotton. This is what it's all about. This is our life right now. This is your life. Okay, we can look to expand to the Jade. Can we spend our gold? What are you? Oh, come on, man. The whole goal of this game right now is to spend your gold. Okay, let's do it. Culture. We're gonna take culture. Apologies. We want it adjacent to the Cotton, just because if we get any ideas about doing something, we can do it. So let's go ahead. Let's utilize this bonus as much as we can. I apologize. There's probably people screaming at me right now, so I'm sorry. Okay, we 100% should have been doing this a long time ago. So that's boosted us up. We've got monuments everywhere now. Or at least we should have monuments everywhere. We want to turn this into a mining town, so we're not going to be building on this tile, even though there's the chance of improvement. So we'll just go ahead and take this one. And we want to try and push our gold as high as we possibly can, even though we're not spending our gold. Come on, what is wrong with you? We need to spend this gold. 128, it's half the price. You're getting 50% more on the saw pit. You're also going to get improved productions out here. So let's go ahead and we will grab, let's pair these bad boys up. We can probably turn this into quite a nice little town or city. No, it's a town. It'll only ever be a town. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. And let's get an altar in here. That'll push up our science. We have exactly 0, by the way. Dude he's already at the wonder thing. That's wild, man. You got some good numbers going on here, Napoleon. For a guy who lost a war earlier, you were doing impressively well. Okay, so if we... Oh. Okay, if we settle on this tile... Oh, this is so dangerous. He could move next turn. He could be settling right now. How do we deal with this? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to settle here. And that's going to lock him out of hopefully the place that he wanted to settle. And if it doesn't, we're going to go to... Are we going to go to war? Wait, that's Napoleon, right? Hey, Napoleon, would you mind not set... That's a tile. That is a tile, for sure. That is one. That is also a tile. We are men of the tiles. I like that it puts the red. I like that it changes the font color. That's what I was looking for. Okay, production. Let's go into more merchants. More merchants. Merchants are doing well for us at the moment. You know what's going to be doing really well for us? Monk's Mound. Can we talk about that? That is going to be fun. Now, keep in mind, these cannot be plundered. I don't know what that actually... I've never had a plundered trade route before, but just keep that in mind. We get 2 gold for every trade route. Yeah, we're going to take that. That pushes up to 116. Extra movement on merchants or extra migrant. I'm more tempted to go for the migrant here. We got 21 turn. Yeah, we're going to take that. Even though I'm a big fan. I like what they're thinking. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put the migrant on this tile. And then we're just going to do what we always do. We're just going to drop the Dura Shuriken on top. Then we're going to bring the Dura Shuriken back out. Now we can reallocate that migrant. And we can say, hey, we actually want you to work in the capital. And now all of a sudden that migrant is making us bank. Thank you. Oh, my lord. Now we can't put this in... Yeah, this is going to be the town. This is the town. Actually, now that I think about it, we want to put these resources in the specialized town, don't we? Because Leptis is going to be making... Oh, but it doesn't get additional gold. It's not like it's multiplying the gold that exists. Okay, that's a good point. Thank you. Good point. But we still want to get all of the town resources out of the towns. Ideally, we'd like to have everything in the cap. That's going to be huge. I'm looking forward to when we actually get to build these bad boys up. So we can't trade to this right yet, but I suspect we'll be able to trade to it soon. And I don't know what's going to determine that. All I know is that at some point in the future, a trade route is going to open up and it'll be right here. And you'll be like, wow, that's kind of cool. He's got camels. Oh, he's got... Oh, the camel king. The king of the camel. 3 camels. 1. He's got 1 in the cap and then 2 right here in this expansion. Wow. We want to be friends with this guy. We need camels. The camels are so instrumental to our strategy. Okay, he's out. He's out. It looks like he's backing out. He got the... Oh, the city-state stole the camels. Oh, that means that we can trade to the city-state, though. Oh, that's so big. No, but it's... Does it... Yeah, it's got the camels. There's a canaveracity? I can't say that word. There's a camp. Let's go with a camp. There is a camp. But we can't trade down here. So we could trade to Olympia. If we asked him... We're actually at 5. He accepted the trade. So we can trade to Olympia because this is a water trade, whereas this is not a water trade. So it's got to be something to do with the cap and water trade. So how can we trade to Raga, which is all the way down here? We don't have the... We need to improve our trade. So we could trade to this if we had improved trade relations. Okay. Okay, we're working it out. We're working it out. Don't worry. Okay, we got it. We got it. I'm sure there were already some folks that were commenting and were ready to comment. Like, hey, this guy, he's got no idea. You're right. I got no idea until we work it out. Once we work it out, then we've got more ideas. Okay, let's roll over this turn. We're making pace right now. Sheep in the cap. Another. Do we take it? This could actually become quite the city. Decent amount of gold in here as well. How do you feel about a cotton? I can't... Dude, can we just call them cottons? Would you guys be upset if I just called them cottons? We're going to call them cottons. I don't actually know what the pronunciation is. It could actually just be cotton. That's the pronunciation. There's going to be... I know there's going to be a guy who's going to be like, that's how it's pronounced. What's our settlement limit? We're at 6 out of 7 at the moment. How are we so unhappy? It's because we got specialists, right? How do we get more happy if we can't... this is an interesting conundrum that we find ourselves in. Do we even want to settle this now? I mean, what's the point in settling this when we could settle this? Gypsum? Jade? Scythian Neapolis? All right, we're coming for you. We're going to upgrade all of these units. Where is our... Oh, we never brought our Great General. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, how long have you guys been sitting here? You guys should have been on the move a long time ago. Good thing we invested in those movement points. So we're going to have to go down here. I don't know where you're going, and to be honest, I don't really mind. We're all coastal, baby. We are all coastal. Speaking of coastal, watch, keep an eye out for these guys. Oh my god. Get out of here, man. You guys are so annoying. Dude, it's just like a couple of random barbs, dude. Like, these are the same. Oh, you gotta watch it. Dude, they burned his capital. They burned his cap to the ground, dude. They're the same ones that took this. What is going on with these barbs, dude? They are next level. To be fair, I'm going to put that out there. I feel like the galley is too strong. I don't know if you guys get that impression as well. I feel like it's too strong. It just feels a little bit overtuned. So I think for us, the most... Oh, my lord, dude. That is crazy how far we're going for this. I think for us at the moment, the key here is just going to be about... We want to start stacking up some resources. We're going to go to war with Ben Franklin. It's going to take us some time to get there, but we're going to do it. We're going to lose our resources if we do that, though. Why is our settler already down here? Settler, you got to get back. Settler, did we move you, or did you move yourself? I feel like we moved you. In which case, that was a mistake. Don't die, Settler. Settler, just be aware. You're being watched right now. We are watching you. Upgrade. Upgrade. Probably shouldn't be upgrading right now as we're about to get slammed, but we're just going to take it. We'll do upgrades. Take the gold. And we want to... We are doing a tech theft right now. Okay, so we want to block... without potentially getting navigation. So let's just do that. We also want to block... We can't really block military training. That's okay. Let's move these guys inland. Dude, look at the amount of units that they've got out here. I mean, we could just go into a galley. I don't actually mind that. Ooh, a villa. Oh, we will 100% take a villa. We're not going to put it here. We're going to chuck it on this tile right here. And we are going to continue the growth. The growth down here is going to be impressive, to say the least. Let's continue moving through these. And we could look to upgrade our slinger. So I don't think we can move onto this tile and upgrade. So let's just upgrade for now. And now we can start firing off. Make sure we take out these spears. We've got another colonist. Sorry, it's a colonist. It's not a settler. And that's another world wonder that's been completed. That is Petra, Xerxes, King of King. Whereabouts did you build that? Whereabouts? No. I got excited for a second. So it looks like it might be down in the cap here. Yeah, you can see these are some pretty good tiles. There's the Petra. Adjacent to the city center. Well done, Xerxes. And here we go with Olympia. This is just going to be 2 iron. So with 2 iron... I mean, we don't have any other options, though. This is his only other city. He's got... No, he did just make Thebai. And there is gypsum here that he could take. So, look, we'll take the trader. We now unlock the Majapahit. Let's go ahead and move these through. Do we just take Scythian Neapolis? He's just started befriending... It's turn 87. We're 2 turns away from killing Scythian Neapolis. Benjamin Franklin has just decided it is at this moment that it is an amazing time to take the Scythian Neapolis. Benjamin Franklin, we have got to talk about your priorities, my friend, because we need to get to that gold. Let us do that right now. Can we improve trade relations? Thank you very much. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Oh, it's not connected to the... There's no water. That's why. It's not a water trade route. But we're going to get here with priority. I can tell you that right now. Let's go find this city. What? Yeah, I was going to say, what's the bet? Yeah, well, that's the bet. So, at the moment, the theme seems to be, if it's water, then obviously we can just basically get to the entire map, essentially. Whereas if it's on land, what do we get? We got engineering. We got it. That was what we wanted. So, we intentionally locked out navigation so that we wouldn't get it. And so, now we can go into math. Oh my god, it's 27 turns. That's kind of wild. That's a long time. Jeez, that's in... I guess this is the consequence, right? Like... How could have we improved our science game? We have a +2 adjacency library, which is the only thing that's pumping our science right now. Oh, we should be going into codexes. Well, we've got 1, 2 already. So this is going to take us 27 turns. So if we move into a codex, that's going to give us 2 science. Okay, this is... Oh my lord. This is very obviously one of the balance issues. And we'll grab a galley as well, that are going to be required to address this. Alternatively, I guess you could play a scientific leader, which could be a good way to solve that problem. So I'm thinking like maybe Himiko could be decent. I was going to say, or maybe the Mayans. And then I was like, hold on a minute. That's not going to work. Dude, there's more camels. Dude, the reason why camels are so important, you will see shortly. Because we're going to go to war with this guy. We're going to take him out. I don't know whether we're going to get to the end of the Age of Antiquity here, but there's going to be war involved. And look, to be honest, Benjamin Franklin is like the weakest player in this game by now, by far. He is so weak. He is so puny. His barbs have been, his capital have been killed by barbs. This is on water. Were we not able to just do a trade with you a little bit earlier? Oh, we did it. We sent a trade route to here. That's okay. It's all right. We're working. You know, there actually might be some credit in... There's a memento that you can get. Where is our galley? Did our galley just get one-shot by the 2 enemy galleys? See, this is what I'm saying, dude. Where is our galley? Huh. What happened to our galley before? We purchased a galley, right? You guys saw that. 99% sure we purchased a galley. But maybe I'm crazy. That might be crazy. Okay, so we're going to go +8 on here, which is pretty nice. And then we'll go amphitheater here. And then that's going to give us a perfect ring around the cap. That'll give us 5. So, I mean, our adjacency could have been better. 100% could have been better. Well, he's starting to expand out now. Sorry, little guy. Sorry, little man. Let's get rid of this. We probably should have waited for you to get closer. Oh my god, we should have waited for you to get closer. Oh, we just missed out on so much XP. Love it. Leave it. We're going to leave it. Okay, so we're going to settle here. We could just... Let's settle on that tile. We'll build cotton there, and we'll take that tile. Perfect. We know what we're doing. We don't technically need to do that. We could just do it because we're adjacent to the jade. But we want to... Okay, we're about... It's about to get heavy. It's about to get heavy. I can feel it. We got 700 gold stacked up. Let's deploy on this flank right now. I mean, this isn't even my final form. Let's get over here. Probably should have upgraded these before the... before we all moved out. Let's just hold for now, because I don't even want to use these units. These are just kind of like flanking units. Here, we've got a trader. Did this trader just move? Is there a reason why we can't? Yeah, it must have just moved right then. Let's go ahead and improve our trade relations. Oh, we were meant to do it with Xerxes, weren't we? Oh, that's awkward. You need 60? Yeah, you know what? Actually, does this increase? I've got a feeling that as you're trading more, it continues to increase. Because like right now, is there a way to tell how many traders we've got? It could be on the... If I was going to show it, where would I show it? They fixed this up. It doesn't need to be this far apart. Can we bring this in? Can we make this nice and clean and nice and together? Because if I wanted to look at like rural districts in the city of Thanay, I would have to be like, is it this? Which one is it? Ooh, that could have been it. That could have been it. Hold on. Let's just go back down here. Trade caravan. Number of units. +1. It doesn't tell us how many trade routes there are. Just that there's +1 trade caravan. Not particularly helpful. Okay. We've got this. We will work this out. Entertainment comes through. That gives us 6 out of 8. Hold on. 6 out of 8. So that means we can make... Okay, this is going to be our next settle. So that'll give us 7 out of 8. We can potentially purchase down here and then do a double settle. I don't mind that. I think that probably makes the most sense, actually. And now we can think... Do we dare? Let's just pick these up. Movement and sight on Numidian cavalry. Do we... We've got the galley. Because... we've got the extra. No, okay. I'm just... It was a little bit confusing. I guess not having quick movement makes that a bit confusing. We probably don't even need to upgrade these units. At this point, I think we're fine. We've got the Cotton in here. We can grab the monument. That's a good monument. Gives us a little bit of influence. I guess that's one of the cool things about playing Augustus as well, is that you're getting... Yeah, baby. Camels finally online. Jeez, I tell you what, that took some time, didn't it? You know what? Now that I think about it, you probably... Instead of running... You probably just want to be stealing technology advancement. Because, like, from a cultural perspective, you're going to be fine. I mean, I say you're going to be fine. It's still going to be... It's not going to be easy. I think from a balance perspective, it's probably one of the harder civs to play. Mastering this civ is not going to be easy. Let me just put that out there. If it wasn't already out there. It's very clear that this is not an easy civ. Okay. We are going to get... This cavalry is not going to be... It's not going to be pretty. We could just purchase cav down here, actually. So, let's go ahead. We'll buy the cotton. It's a +6. We'll take the +6. Thank you. And now we've got camels that we can stick in the cap. Hold on a minute. We've only got 1 codex. Did we not research... Ah, okay. In my mind, I was thinking I was playing Ava. Ava? Ada? You know what? I don't actually know if it's Ava or Ada because they spelt it wrong in their press release, and so now I've been calling her I've been calling her the wrong one, and I don't know if which one's right, which one's wrong. All I know is that I'm not using the right one sometimes. Okay, I can't remember the last time I paid attention to this, but to be honest, I think we just 20% gold from mining towns. Let's go ahead and 25% gold to. Okay, I've made a huge mistake. Maybe this is some like general feedback. I don't know if you guys are getting this as well, but for me, I find that social policies available sometimes doesn't come up. And like, I will just ignore my social policies for a long time. Now, I know whenever you complete a civic that it pops up on your screen and it says change policies. It gives you the option. But like, my natural thing is whenever something pops up, I just click out of it, right? Like, to me, that's you're advertising. And I'm just like, nah, get out of my face. Get out of my face. And it just goes away. And then, like, obviously, you're doing it wrong. But, like, we've got some good traditions in here. 25 gold towards purchasing buildings on coast or navigable rivers. I didn't realize that there was a distinction between the policy and the bonus that you get. And I think that needs to be made more clear. Because, like, obviously, there's a different icon for them. But for me, and maybe this is where color coding comes in, it's like, I don't... you should immediately be able to tell the difference between a policy and the difference between a bonus that you get. And it's not always clear because they're very, very similarly done. And obviously, if you look at this, you can tell. But the brain sometimes, it does a little bit of a fart, doesn't it? Normally we'd take the influence. And we're going to take the influence again. So we do have a number of good things that we can implement here. We definitely want to be taking this. I can't believe that we weren't taking this. Do we keep oratory? I think we take oratory out and just put in rites and rituals here. Influence is still decent at this point. We're at 15. We're chasing down the quadrireme or the galley up here towards the top. Slowly working it down. They're now able to take out this one. These guys have been on a rampage this game. They're coming for blood. Or coming for more. They're looking for blood. And what's going on? Okay, we've got someone else is now going to be settling out here. How are our merchants doing, by the way? So let's see. So that's 60 influence. Okay, so I don't think it doesn't scale. Because the reason why I'm thinking about it is just because there is a memento that you can get, which allows you to trade with, or to have another trade route with everybody, basically. And there was a part of me that's like, okay, that's not really that good, just primarily because... Are we moving and then firing? I thought we had +1 range. Or do we just not yet have +1 range? Maybe that's the case. Did we just get it? Maybe we just got it. Okay, so we've got it. We've got the extra movement speed or the extra movement for Numidian cavalry. I don't think there's anything in here we want to be putting in. Now, that's purchasing towards buildings. So, that's an amphitheater. Oh, you can buy culture buildings, dude. That's kind of crazy with Augustus. I mean, are you really going to have an opportunity to spend 400 gold on an amphitheater in a game? That is kind of wild, though. We actually haven't used our altars at all now that I think about it. I mean, the altar has got good value on the cap. We've only just built this. There's nothing else that we want. We would want the arena. My lord, is this going to take some time, though? Yeah, I think that's definitely the biggest weakness, is... I think it's 100% science. So if science is the biggest weakness, how do you overcome that, then? We have to go into the... Okay, all right. Here's an idea. This is something for us to test. What if... Okay, this might be crazy. I'm going to go altar. And then I'm going to go granary. And then I'm going to go... So that's a quarter, that's a quarter, that's a quarter, that's a quarter. And I'm going to turn this into an urban center. And that's going to take us from 4 to 8. Okay. All right. Hear me out. So once again, we're going to grab... What's got the most in it right now? Probably this guy. This guy here has got a lot of infrastructure. Okay, so we're going to grab a brickyard. And then we're going to grab a altar. And then we're going to grab a granary. And that's 1, 2, 3. We still need to get the Cothan. God, I hate that word. Urban center. 4. 7. Okay. Okay. Is this the way to do it? Is this the way? This is kind of what Potato was doing when he was playing Ibn Battuta. I remember watching that and being like, this is an interesting kind of strategy. I didn't really rate it then with Ibn Battuta. I felt like there was... like the main strategy I was looking for with Ibn Battuta was like just spamming across the continent, that sort of thing. It wasn't so much about special. To be honest, I don't really rate specializing towns. I don't know. I just kind of feel like the bonuses that you get from it, like to support the cities, is nice, but it's not really huge. Do you know what I mean? Like it's nothing to really write home about. We got Gate of All Nations in here. We're going to be going into Gate of All Nations 100%. Here we pick up the adjacency for the altar as well as for the amphitheater. So we'll throw that down as well. We could actually put it at the back here. It gives adjacency to the monument and to... In fact, it gives a triple adjacency over there. So why don't we just take that instead? That's going to make so much more sense because we're already getting 3 adjacencies out of it when this is only ever going to be a max of 3 as well. But it's not going to be right now. So let's continue. We'll go down to tactics. I mean, do we want to go down to tactics? Do we need another settlement limit? That'll push us to 9. I don't mind that. I think that's fine. Celebration. We'll take the food. And we finally get another celebration. We'll go 20% gold from mining towns, 148 to 153. Yeah, that's a minor. I mean, it's only mining towns, so that's the thing, right? And it's like, this kind of goes against the idea where it's like, how do we build our science as Carthage when realistically we want mining towns, or we're like kind of push towards mining towns with that bonus? Do we just not take that bonus? You know, hey, okay, I'm going to be real with you. Here's an idea, because like at the same time, like there's a part of me that's like giving feedback here, but there's also like, hey, this would be pretty cool. What if there was a civic that gave you +1 science on quarters? Like just a flat bonus, +1 culture or +1 science on quarters in towns. There you go, boom, done. There. Now all of a sudden, I mean, it means like things like this, where this is all of a sudden a really strong tile because it gives science, very, very strong for this city. Or for this town. So let's go ahead. We're going to grab the dockyard in here. That's going to complete the quarter. We now get an extra bit of science. That pushes us up to 9 science now. So now all of a sudden things are starting to look a little bit juicy. Okay, all right, okay. You know what? Maybe things aren't that bad. I think it's definitely about rolling the gold early. You 100% have to roll the gold and just make sure that you're constantly spending gold. +1 population in Carthage. Let me check this. I want to check this. We're at 27 and 5. 27 and 5 with 17, 12. 27 and 5, 7 and 12. So 28 and 9, 23, 28. So yes, that was just a migrant that got converted, but it is extra population. So we're going to absolutely take that, and we're going to throw our specialist into this tile at the back. And we're starting to look a little bit more cameled up. This is absolutely fine. There are more camels down here as well. Where were the camels? We've got gold down here. I think at this point, we want to send it here. This is where we want to send our trade route. Okay, we're gonna stop purchasing buildings now. We've reached a point now where we don't have to do any more buildings. As you can see, we can't actually train our cavalry. But if we go into purchase, you can see that we can purchase our cavalry. 300 gold for a single one of these. And we can purchase him down here. And this guy has a base strength of 30. However, when you go to war with somebody, it'll be a little bit different. We'll see. Can one cavalry unit conquer an entire empire? Let's try and find that out. We're going to go Gate of All Nations. We want to buff this bad boy up. We've already got the +1 support. Okay, you know what? I'm actually quite excited to do this. How do we go about getting these camels? I know how. You know what? I had an idea. I have an idea. All right, a single cav unit against the world. Let's see if we can actually do it. It should be in a good spot at the moment. I don't think there's any more accessible camels for us to take. Except for these. And we can technically get the trader over here now. It's a very far route. Let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll do a improved trade relations. And that should now give us access to 2 new trade routes. So we've got Raga or Haran that we could take. Neither of these are particularly... We'll take Raga. Raga's definitely going to be the right call for us here. Oh, I should have taken that combat strength. I'm so sorry. Oh, I should have taken that combat strength. It's just like, for me, it's just an automatic click. I'm just like, no, I don't want your combat strength. I'm in the middle of a war. It's like, nah, you know what? I don't want your combat strength. Sorry, mate. Let's go ahead and hit that on Raga. So now we've got a couple more resources. Yes, we do want to take your combat strength. Thank you. Sorry, we should have taken that a bit earlier. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 resources in the Carthage capital. We've got a couple more resources that we can put in. Let's just put in, like, come on, let's make sure that we do this correctly. We want to make sure that we've got the best resources in the cap. A little bit of extra culture, a little bit of extra gold. We'll take that. That's 3 gold a turn. That's not bad. We're starting to get a bit better here. And we'll move this guy down. And I don't think there's anything else that we really need to fuss about here, other than Gate of All Nations now complete. We're moving into Mausoleum of Theodoric as well. So we could do that. We're just gonna... Are we just taking everything right now? We've only got the options for these rough tiles, which are a little bit harder to find. Let's move into a merchant. And 3 trade route range, or 1 gold on wonders. We got a lot of wonders, but I will definitely take that. That's going to open up a couple more options on land for us. I think that's the primary difference, right? Is that you're going to have more options on land. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna test this right here, right now. You know what, Benjamin Franklin? We're already ready to go and declare war. We immediately get a +3 because we've got Gate of All Nations and the additional war support. So we've just got a single Numidian cavalry. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try this. We really wanted these camels. We're going to lose it no matter what. But if we can secure the camels, we should be fine. So let's go ahead. We'll grab this unit here and just say we want to declare a form of war. And we're also going to add a bit of war support for ourselves. We only get 1, so that brings us to 4. And okay, that's decent. Plus 14 combat strength from resources assigned to the capital. We also have 2 horse resources and 3 military aid. This one here. So we're not going to be able to do 1 horse against the world. But we're still going to be able to... I think we should be able to take the city with this horse. We only took 12 damage there. We don't mind too much about losing out these units. Oh, we should have brought the Great General with us. Oh, you know what? We could have stacked up that Great General a lot more if we'd actually been focused in the early game. Something tells me this 1 cavalry against the world is not gonna go particularly... We're gonna need a bigger army. We're gonna need a bigger army. Let's go. 1. We'll grab one in here as well. We can always send it down. And then we'll buy in the next turn. We're at 148 gold a turn, though, which is not terrible at all. We're just gonna focus fire. Straight away. Just get that bad boy out of here. And let's go down. We're gonna go down the left side here, because we want to come down to the cav. And that's 15% production towards training infantry. Good thing we're not making infantry. Right, guys? Build 2 altars. Expansionist point. We'll take that. 10% growth rate in cities or food on the warehouse buildings. I think growth rate in cities, even though we've only got 1, is just going to be welcome. Because we've only got the bath at the moment. Oh, no, we do have hanging gardens as well. That's giving us those bonuses. So this guy is going to be... Let's get you into a pillage. We should have moved and pillaged. I don't know why we didn't. We accidentally forced end turn there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That was a misclick. I've got it on my mouse. It's very close to the other... the next action button, so I should probably move that. Okay, so we've got some good tiles in the cap right here. Things are going well. We're 1 turn away from mathematics completing, so that's good. And we can look to extend out our trade routes even more here. We've got Euro, which is now available as well. We'll open up the borders. And let's... I mean, I'm trying to think, like, from the perspective of war, what do we even want down here? Because we can't produce our unit. We can only buy it. So how do we even get more gold? Merchants? Well, we've already got enough merchants out there. We'll just keep making merchants. Let's march our cav down here. And we'll buy more cav. We can buy another one next turn if we've got enough gold for it. And okay, so I think now we can do that rollover. It can be a bit hard rolling over the turns sometimes. And another World Wonder is gone. What have we got? It's Colossus that's gone. Have we got Mausoleum of Theodorich available? We've got Temple of a Pyramid of the Sun that we can build. So we'll go ahead and grab that. That's absolutely welcome. It's going to be 6 turns for us to complete. Actually, you know what else is going to be welcome? An Academy. That's a 10-3 Academy, and that's a 9 Academy. Why is that one so much better? Because it's giving adjacency to the cap. So you're going to get that no matter what with the arena. So you might as well take this. It's a higher adjacency. This is only a 2 adjacency. That's a 4 adjacency. So that's lying to you. Even though it looks like it gives you so much more, it's only because it finishes the quarter. This will also finish the quarter. It's not adjacent to the cap. That's the key distinction. If we do this, I mean, science is so much more important than culture right now. We'll still go for the temple or the Pyramid of the Sun. Temple of the Sun. The Pyramid of the Sun. It's just that it's going to have to be in a little bit. We will do it afterwards. Have we not yet gotten citizenship? Let's go ahead. We'll grab that. There's a lot that we need right now. Did we come to the wrong neighborhood? Is that what has happened? We've also got... I can hear my son running. What's the time? It's 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh, Lord. I can hear my son running upstairs. He always does that when he wakes up. He runs up. He runs to his mum in bed. Can hear those little footsteps going. We overstepped the mark on that one. Okay, I gotta focus right now. I gotta focus. We gotta play this seriously. We can't afford to be losing out on these positions. Did we really move into a... Did they change the way the zone of control works? There's a part of me that thinks they may have. Also, these hoplites are actually pretty good. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got +1 combat from city-states, 3 iron, 8 difficulty boost, 2 determinability, 3 bronze working, 2 adjacent hoplites, 2 dense foliage. There's a lot going on there. That's quite a bit that he's managed to pull up here. Let's see if we can get these a little bit closer. I don't know whether we can move or fire up the cliff. I think you probably can, right? Have we got any more trade routes that we can be sending out here? One, Thera. We can't send it to Thera. Haran. Out of range. There's one that's got gold. Need to improve relations. I think pretty much we've got the map covered. Well, this did not go the way that I was hoping that it would go. The cav unit, in my mind, was going to be so much stronger. But you can see it's... we're having a little bit of difficulties down here with our boy. Let's grab another Numidian cavalry. It's got some good numbers, though. And, like, don't get me wrong. I was kind of looking forward to having a tank in the Age of Antiquity. And it's clear that's not going to be the case here. You're attack... Okay, interesting. Did we just lose a Numidian cavalry? I think we did. No, that was an archer. That was an archer. Do not fret. I'll be honest. I'm really not warring with the integrity that I should be right now. We should be thinking a lot more about this. I'm just kind of throwing units in there. Let's hold the ground for you. You can fire over here. We want to move this guy back. We don't want him to get one shot. This could actually get one shot with the amount of stuff he's got stacked up on here. I wouldn't be surprised if that archer gets one shot. We've got another option to grow. We'll grow out towards the front. Can we think about... No, we're just thinking about war right now. We're not thinking about that. We answered our own question. We're missing out. We could have been having these extra resources. We've got a whole bunch of salt in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of the kaolin. Though, the kaolin is a city resource, so let's get rid of the cotton. Do we really want to get rid of the cotton? Put the cotton back in. We're getting rid of the wool. And now we'll put the incense in. I tell you what, I think games are going to be a lot longer on Carthage as well, just because your science is so slow compared to the other civs. I tell you what, the Numidian cavalry is good, but it definitely doesn't seem overpowered, especially once they fix it to, like, only be the unique units. I think it should be fine. Why did you take so much damage? Why am I taking so much damage just from embarked units? That's kind of wild. Okay, so we've cleared that out. Okay, so the war we're holding at the moment... Excuse me? Dude, how is the chariot doing that much work? I guess it had a lot more health than what we had. But still, that's an impressive amount of damage for that chariot. We need to move back and away. We're not going to get slammed if we do. This unit's on low health. Where does it even go? We can bring the Numidian cavalry forward. In fact, we can just attack directly into it. Let's bring the commander up. Numidian cavalry straight in. Okay, he one-shot him. That we'll take that. Okay. Turns out Numidian cavalry, kind of good. Kind of goated. And now we can look towards expansion as well. From this... are we still just going... Temple of the Sun got taken. Pyramid of the Sun got taken. We've got a good-sized cap, though. Let's bring you down. Do we go into... honestly, I don't even know. Maybe colonists? What are we going to do with colonists at this point? We've got trade routes set up absolutely everywhere. We'll move out to Haran. We can always do this. Let's grab a bit more war support. I'm pretty sure war support only carries over to the next turn, by the way. I don't think it's for the current turn. But just hold that thought about war support. Because I'm not 100%. That should have gone onto this tile, so we heal it up. We want to come down here. We're going to lose this unit unless we can kill this unit, but we will lose it nonetheless to this. So let's just move it back. That should be okay. Okay, so now we can look to try and focus this guy down. Is there anything... This is not a tile that we want to be on. So let's switch these two. This one comes back. He loses his movement, and he's on a river, so he's taking quite a bit of a penalty there. Can fire over the top. Let's get you back on that tile like we should have the first time. We'll let this guy heal up to full. We're in our territory, so it's going to be probably just one more turn. We'll buy another Numidian cavalry. So I think this is definitely going to be like the meta that you're going to see players do, is they'll go Carthage, and then they'll drop a settlement on your border, and then they can just immediately just purchase Numidian cavalry non-stop. Can we... If we pillage this tile, and then we take the city, then we lose this tile. So we don't want to do that. So we'll move back for now. Archer can't fire. So he's moved on to this tile. You've just activated my trap card. 1, 2. He's taking a bit of damage. Let's move on to the rough terrain. We'll move you inside, heal you up, bring you down over this way. We've got to be careful. We do have... I just realized we could have been flanking this whole time. We could have been sending units down towards the... Oh, that we should have been doing that. Why weren't we doing that? Now, if we move on to this tile right here, he can still slam. So let's move over here, and we'll just clean this up. And that should be a dead unit. Indeed it is. This guy's got to be... He's got to be looking for an upgrade any second. There's no way he's not. More merchants? We've got more settlers coming out now. Do we just... Are there any more camels that could be settled? Anywhere on the map? Maybe. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Oh my... Okay, that's actually... That's the strategy. We've worked it out. So you settle the camel. Or you just settle all the camels. That's literally it. Okay, is that a settler? That's a settler. A lot of units now moving out. Arena is ready to be placed. Let's go ahead. We'll place the arena next. Oh, look at that. Look at that adjacency. It's actually lying to you. It shows the specialist adjacency as a full adjacency. It's not. So don't get too excited. We could also look to complete... We could go engineering for a bridge. That will give us another quarter. So let's do that. We do get some good bonuses from quarters. And we'll pull this unit back. And our great general's just standing out here very valiantly. You've got the option to come down here. And let's now grab another Numidian cavalry. And we can fire you off. And I think we just want to come around like this more than anything. Look to try and come in from that other... rather than going over the navigable river, which is just not fun. So let's move you forward. That's all healing up. That's fine. So we can just bring you onto the tile. We can attack into that. It is a major victory. Let's just do it. We'll just do it. We'll just go back and heal after that. Now we'll move you forward and we'll sleep the commander. And we have got an option. I think we're sending out traders here already. Improve trade relations. We've got 2 merchants that are out here just in the middle of the forest. They just kind of met each other. And we can't improve trade relations here. It's hard because we want to improve trade relations, but at the same time, we want to spend our influence on the war. And to be honest, the deity AI is not the best at warring. It definitely feels like when it comes to flanking, they're probably not doing all they could be doing. We can apparently attack that right now if we went... We're not going to do that. That is a silly idea. We're going to continue. We don't have enough gold to purchase another Numidian cavalry. Now, when it comes to flanking bonus, I'm pretty sure we've unlocked that. We unlocked that with military tactics, right? Yes, we did. So that means if we move to here, and then we look to attack on this side, does that give us a flanking bonus? Or is it only on 2 adjacent tiles? So if we go there, it's going to go around, isn't it? But if we move this here, and now we come to here, that should give us a flanking bonus. Huh. Why does that not give us a flanking bonus? I wonder. Does that give us another level? Do we get a level now? Did we get experience from that? I don't even think we got experience from that. We were on this tile and we attacked into it. I didn't see any experience come up. Oh, that was a misclick. I tried to get over on that one. That's all right. You miss 100% of the clicks you don't make. Or if you misclick, in my case, you miss 100% of the clicks that you do make. All right, we can roll over that turn. Numidian cavalry takes a bit of damage. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. Flood just out here, absolutely crushing our units. I think it was the flood together with the cav that we've got here. We can now look to potentially take Knossos. We would have loved to have taken the combat strength then, but we didn't have the influence for it. And we can't buy a Numidian cavalry here because we're in... Actually, it's okay because we can buy it next turn and then we can buy it the turn after. So that will be fine. Let's bring that down. Still got some... I tell you what, this is actually quite a good little battle that we've got here. I mean, we're absolutely crushing his units, but still, it could be worse. So that when we move on to the rough terrain... It's okay, we're not going to move on to the rough terrain. And we want to move... Our army commander's got that bonus now, right? Okay, we get the extra +3. So So move the army commander up here. Numidian cavalry can come back into our territory. Heal up. Parser. Can we just put you to sleep for now? Because I don't think we actually need you doing anything else. And we'll bring you around. I guess that's... now that I think about it, it's actually a really good bonus to have Barissa? Just because if you're at war, the enemy can plunder your trade routes. That's why I've never had a trade route plundered, is because I'm never at war, because I'm always avoiding it. Whereas now I can go to war. I feel like that's actually the strategy then, isn't it? You want to go to war, and then your trade routes can't be plundered either. And so it just means you're always able to support yourself in war. What did we lose? Oh, we moved the unit that we accidentally misclicked, and then we forgot to correct it. That's all right. Both leaders get +3. Absolutely, we'll take that. We'll clean up this great general. That's going to one-shot him, right? No, it's not going to one-shot him. Okay, we should probably move this archer back. This one's ready to come out. Let's move forward. Probably a little bit too far. That's all right. We'll allow it. And we'll purchase a Numidian cavalry in here. Did we just purchase 2? It sounded like we purchased 2. I don't think we can afford to purchase 2. We don't have the money for it. If this is a rough tile, but there's a road, so we should be fine. Have a look at the district defenses, man. Let's see how long it takes us to work these down. Okay, hot tip. When you are playing as Carthage, don't put the age length to long, because we're at 68% right now. We just cracked 2 hours. Little alarm went off in my head, and I was like, hold on a minute. This is gonna be like a 3-hour campaign. And there's a part of me that wants to play this through all the way, because like, what's the difference between a 2-hour video and a 3-hour video? But then there's a part of me that's like, well, hold on a minute. Like, folks are complaining about 2-hour videos. What do you think they're gonna say when you do a 3-hour video? So there's that part of me as well. So ideally, I would have loved this to have been the entirety of the game. I mean, you know what? We're this close to taking cities. Let's continue. We're gonna do it. Ignore the haters. We're just gonna continue pumping right now. Emil Bell. How are we doing on production? We got 69 production in the cap. That's not bad. We can just go ahead and grab that. I absolutely do not mind that. So Emil Bell gonna go down over on this side, and we can now reallocate our citizens. This is gonna be a good little tile. We'll definitely take that. And things are going pretty well in this city. More merchants to move out. We're just going to move them out. Anywhere we see red, we're just going to assume that we can move to in the future. Over here. We've already got someone there. Great general actually took a lot of damage. He's within 1-shot distance. Let's move him down over onto this tile, and we can attack into that. Major victory. Absolutely fine. Here, fire across. Numidian cavalry across as well. This one's healing. And attack. And we can probably attack onto this. I don't even mind. We just attack into the city. And then he can attack into us. And then he's going to hurt himself when he does it. We lost the archer. That's all right. We weren't paying attention to it anyway. We don't care about the archer. Yeah, so he looks like he's... Oh, no, he's jumped into the city here. So defenses are still up on the city. We're only taking 10 damage. Well, we took 13 damage there. Not too bad at all. We can move you down and around. And let's purchase once again another Numidian cavalry. Okay. Activate reckless ability. +3 combat strength when attacking, but -2 combat strength when defending. Not a fan. Then combat strength when defending, 2 combat strength when attacking. Or renegotiate the contract. You know what? We'll just go with +3 combat strength when attacking. Because I'm still confident we haven't reached our final form yet. Let's go into... There is a bonus somewhere along here. Oh, we want to go into this. There's a bonus somewhere along here for additional damage for cavalry. I'm pretty sure, right? Combat strength for siege and units. Naval units. Gold. Combat strength for infantry. Here? Nope. I don't... Maybe I'm dreaming. I could just be dreaming. Let's pull this cab back. We'll just heal it up ever so slightly. We took a lot of damage on that great general. He's okay. And I'm so tempted right now to pillage this tile. I think this unit can probably hold here. No, we will get slammed. We'll get triple slammed. Let's just move back for the moment. We'll move out. We'll bring everybody back. We can heal it up if we need to. Everybody is Slowly. This guy's been healing for a while. I'm not going to lie. That guy's been healing for a long time. One here. Don't worry about us, Napoleon. We're just here for your camels, my friend. If you're not going to connect them to the network, we are going to connect them to the network. He hasn't even connected this to the net. We're in an alliance. I just realized. Napoleon, are you in this war as well? He's in this war as well. Okay, so we've unlocked the new camels, which means that that's going to push our strength even higher. I don't know how many that is. That's got to be quite a few. He's building fortifications. That's cute. And that's another codex now, so our science is up to 3. Oh, man, I tell you what. Science is definitely going to be the biggest challenge that you've got doing this. But I think if there's any way that you could possibly do it, how are we doing now? Plus 19 combat strength from resource assigned to the capital. Okay. Now it's starting to look a little bit more serious. There's another settle that we're looking for. It's out over here on the edges. Where is our settler? Our settler is slowly making her way around. And we are going to secure... Let's take this out. We can come across. Oh, never mind. We actually just capped it right there. Are we just going to see? Are we just going to raise it? I think we just raise it. We just become absolute... What do we gain from it? Do we get camels? We don't get any camels. And it was in the place of your original capital. It will be burnt to the ground. The same way the barbarians burnt it to the ground, we will burn it to the ground as well. Crisis. Why is that saying plus 14? This is not accurate. We'll take minus 10 gold for each city-state, seeing as we've got a lot of city-states here. And while this actually burns to the ground, we can then look to do something a little bit cheeky with it, which is just heal up our units. Let's go ahead and see. We can grab another Numidian cavalry. I think this is definitely their strategy, where they kind of hit in, like, very late antiquity. There's definitely something to be said about this.
In the midst
We get a nice little heal in. Emil Bell online. We've got a problem that we're going to need to address here. So let's go ahead. We can just make units. I don't mind making units up here and just getting them down towards that position. And then we're still sieging. We're still slowly getting this down. I mean, to be honest, like these cavalry at the moment are like quite literally broken, actually broken. So you got to understand that, right? Like what we're doing here is we're looking to try and put individual. You know what? Maybe we can actually... Do you want to play by the rules? Maybe let's play by the rules. Okay, next time we hook something up to the network, though I guess you're always going to be getting that bonus for camels. That's another thing to note, is you'll always get the bonus for camels. Let's bring these in. Great General can also go in. No, Great General, actually, we want him to come back out. We don't really care if he's low health or not, because as long as we always cover him, we'll be okay. And spears, you can come in as well. Archers. I mean, at this point, everything is just... It's on lock. It's only a matter of time. We've got another city-state that's just popped up here. Spearman, you can go back for that. Archer, you can also come back for that. Numidian cavalry are a little bit busy on the front line. So let's heal you up. And Great General, you can come out as well. We'll just cover the Great General. Sorry, the Commander. Ancient Bridge goes on. Let's make a quarter over here. And we move into the nice little pocket that we've got here. And we can look to take out Thera. War support is still very, very strong for us at this point. We're seeing a number of cavalry units that are starting to line the banks. Let's get rid of these. Dude, look at this. Napoleon actually coming in to help. It's the cavalry right now is going ham. We could think about upgrading these cav as well. That's another thing to note, is that we're going to be looking to do that. 29 food in towns. Not bad at all. Conscription's probably going to make a lot of sense here, actually. Let's go ahead. We'll grab conscription. That pushes us to 192. And now all of a sudden, I don't think we can buy units in this town, can we? Yeah, they wouldn't let you do that. They're not that cheeky. You can't buy units in the town that you're burning down actively. We'll just go ahead and buy in Hippo. It's a nice place. And we'll roll over. Let's spend this production. We'll just go for a merchant. And from here, let's come in behind and we're going to take Karal Suppi. We're just going to completely go past. Let's jump out over here. Bring everybody up the rear. We've got a lot of units in here. And we're just coming straight for it. The sooner we get it, the sooner we get the camels. The sooner we get the camels, the sooner we get what we came for. That was the goal from the very beginning. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to take it right now. Okay, we've got more cav down here. Let's bring these guys across. We're going to reject this. Sorry. We came for your camels. We will leave with your camels, my friend. That should allow us to cap. And now that we've capped, we've got the camels. We've got the camels. I'm happy to report we've got the camels. Okay, so now that we've got the camels, are we able to compare? So if we take this and just see how silly it is. So at the moment, and this is going on the screenshot, right? Plus 22 combat strength from resources assigned to the capital. Okay? So that gives us 59 against a hoplite. Look at the bonuses that the hoplite's got. Bronze working. It's got the determinability bonus. It's got the bonus difficulty. It's got 3 iron. There's a lot going for this hoplite. Plus 22. And now let's take all of the duplicates out. So this one's a duplicate. This one's a duplicate. This is another duplicate. Another duplicate. Another duplicate. We got a lot of duplicates in here. We've got 1 fish, 1 jade, 1 cotton, 2 cottons. Let's get a wool in here. We'll take the camels out as well. Because the camels probably come up as an individual resource as well. Silk. Let's take that out. So now we've got everything in here is different. Dyes. Let's move that up in. So we've got salt. Everything that is in here is now unique from what I can see. There's nothing else that needs to be added. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 resources. And if we look at our traders, we will have some out here. So we could also potentially pick up something like dates, which would give us another 1. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be much out here. How many resources are there actually? If we go look at dates, so you'll see that we've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 resources. But out of those 21 resources, not all of them can be put in the capital. You can put camels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can put 14. So at the moment, we're only missing gypsum, which means we are unable to go settle this right now because there's been a town that spawned down here. And we're missing... What was the other one? Dates. We're missing dates as well. So that's 14, basically. So if we look at that right now, we're only really getting plus 11, which is a lot more manageable, right? Like, obviously, at the moment, it's, like, quite actually broken. So, you know, that's the component. But I think from a more realistic perspective, knowing that this is going to be the strategy. So, like, right now, what I'll do is I'll save the game. We'll leave it here. I'm probably not going to play this one through exploration just because I feel like we've learnt a lot. But knowing what we've learnt now and going back and reviewing our leader decisions, because initially we came out, we were like, okay, these are the 3 clear leaders that it makes sense. So we're going to, if we're going to pick Carthage, how do we look to play that? I think Augustus for the purchasing and buildings in towns is very nice. It's going to allow you to really send your gold to the next level. But you don't really get much value. I mean, you get value off the culture as well. Because it means that you can just focus on other things. It means that you can also get an extra... So now you're talking about an extra 4 science for each of those quarters. So I think that's probably the way that you want to do it, is doing that. And I think playing Rome makes the most sense. We also gave the suggestion of Xerxes. I didn't find settlement limits were a problem. We definitely didn't... We expanded too quickly in the early game. I think we needed to delay our settlements because it felt like we weren't happy as we could have been. So I think playing Xerxes is going to be good. The extra 3 combat strength is going to be amazing as well. But I feel like it's probably going to be a bit late before you start getting these bonuses. So the main focus is going to be the extra settlement limit as well as the extra combat strength. But as I said, I don't think settlement limit was a huge component here. And then our other leader was Charlemagne. And Charlemagne gets free cav units during a celebration. So basically the idea would be that you have to rush towards that technology. The only trouble is it's very slow to get there. So unless now he is a scientific leader. So it means that he's going to have the scientific bonus or the scientific collaboration he can send out, research collaboration that he can send out. So there's that's going to help him get towards that faster. So I think Charlemagne could actually be quite good here. And you do get military and science buildings receiving bonus adjacency, or bonus happiness adjacency, but because you don't have more cities, you don't have more happiness. And because you don't have more happiness, you're not contributing to that celebration. So your celebrations might be a little bit slower with Charlemagne as well. Or rather, they'll be slower with Charlemagne with Carthage than they would with something like Moria, as an example, where you're just kind of rolling your celebrations, whereas here they're a little bit slower. So the extra combat strength is going to be good on the celebration, but the celebrations are going to be less often, especially later on in the game. So maybe you could look at pairing that with a memento like Dong Song drum, but it's been nerfed now, so you can't really do that. Whereabouts is it? It's somewhere in here, Dong Song drum. So this one is like, this one isn't as good as what it used to be. And I guess there's probably a good reason why. And that's, you'd enter into a celebration, you'd leave one, and then you'd declare war, immediately get a new one. And that's like 4 cav within the space of 10 turns that you've just got for free, and it's stronger cav, and it's cav that gets +5 combat strength. So maybe it was necessary for them to nerf that just to make sure Charlemagne wasn't too broken with this civ. But I think, like, judging from what we've seen, the way that combat strength works means that this is an incredibly powerful bonus. It also means that this is an incredibly powerful bonus as well, and arguably more powerful than the city building component of Augustus. So this is something that we'll have to consider as we move forward. But it's been a long video. Look, we're going to leave it there. We didn't get to the end of the campaign, but that's the way it's going to be with war. We'll leave it there, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you. I'm impressed. It's more than 2 hours, and we're here. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. I encourage you. If you haven't already, check out the Discord. We just launched the new multiplayer section. And, of course, if you're looking forward to more Civ 7 content, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, because there is always time for one more turn.